Hello, folks. What's up? Are we all excited? Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. I wanted to start this stream a little early because I realize I have a lot of stuff to talk about that I can't really cover it in like the short amount of time that I gave myself. So let's do that. Hold on. Okay, so there we go. How do I full screen this? I guess I'm not. All right. Okay, so let's go. Let's talk about a couple of stuff first that happened when I was not making videos. So here's some news. 4.1 beta will start on 2.9, so I guess I'm streaming around that time. I'm very surprised about how short the time... Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because there's been so many delays, but there you go. The beta will start next Monday, which is very, very soon. So that's nice. I guess I'm streaming around that time. And they nerfed the elation damage formula. Apparently, the elation damage formula was nerfed that we didn't really know happened, but I guess it happened anyway, and this is the new formula. And someone on Reddit, their name was Kazuha0, I guess they don't really care about their name, made this chart to tell the difference. The red line was before, the red line was after V5, I mean, and the blue line was before V5. So this was, the blue one is unnerfed, the red one was nerfed. So as you can see here, it's overall just a nerf, and it gets worse the more punchline there is. Now, This is really weird because Sparksy didn't get buffed as much as she got nerfed here, and so did Yao Guang. Like they stayed the same while the damage formula got nerfed. And like I said, Elation is not that that strong, but I can see why, because it's not like a full team or anything, and it scales very well. But with this, it doesn't scale as well anymore, so I don't know what the plan is here. Now, some people around this around the discussion about this formula change are saying that this is for healthier balancing, right? Like this is so that Elation doesn't end up being too broken, which is true, but I don't trust Hoyo. I don't trust that they're balancing this for the sake of Elation not beating Mono Rem. I think they realized. I think at some point they realized, right? Like, because Hoyo tests stuff out early, they probably tested like Silverwolf SP or Yai Miko or whatever, and then they realized the numbers are too broken. And so to make their power budget higher, they're making the Elation formula lower. I think that's what's most likely the reason for this. Like, I don't think this is just. I don't think this was nerfed for the sake of like good balancing. I think this was nerfed because they realized the full mono Ela team is a little too ridiculous, or maybe the newest characters don't have as much value with the old formula. Right? Like maybe the Elation sustain is just so good that they couldn't push their main DPS that well, you know, like the sub DPS, like an Evernight situation, something like that. But again, who knows, right? Overall, though, the fact of the matter is that Elation got nerfed, even though it's not the best archetype in the game. And well, I was kind of expecting that Elation will be the best archetype once they have 4 party members, but they nerfed the scaling of it, so more Elation party members doesn't become as high scaling as it used to be, which is weird. I really doubt that this is just for the sake of making Elation balanced, so to speak. I think they just they realized something wouldn't sell, I think. But who knows? I guess we'll see in 4.2 or whatever. Also, I wanted to talk about this because someone sent me this image. I censored it because fuck, whatever, man. I censored it because I don't want to, you know, the point isn't the person that's making the point, you know. The point is that I'm not going to address the person specifically, but I'm going to address the allegation, so it doesn't matter who made these allegations or not. But someone on Reddit made a post about me, and someone alerted me to that post. And I thought it was a very interesting post because I don't remember anything that they're accusing me of. So let's look at it, right? I censored the names again because the point is the allegations, not the person that's making them. Okay, so here's this one person, say just like Waveman's video. I'm assuming they're talking about the please just quit the game video, because that's the only thing that makes sense in this context. I find it that the negative doesn't outweigh the pros. So can the game be better? Yes. Is the game good enough that I still enjoy playing it? Absolutely. And then this second person comes in and says, don't bring that guy up. Dude farmed the Castress hate for 1 month, threatening to leave alongside Wyatt Sky and I Summon. And then after her release, proceeded to tell others that it ain't that serious and let's stop hating guys and continue making content. Just because he made a couple of memes during Zhao Cho's Cypher release doesn't make him a good part of the community. I want to address this because this is so wrong. Now, dude farmed the Castress hate for 1 month. Okay, let's look at my channel around that time. Hold on, I'm pulling up my channel first. Let's look at the uploads that Mr. Waveman did around Castress's release. Around a month during Castress's release. Let's look at it, okay? Let's go back. Where is it? There. Okay, one Castress video. Where's the second one? Oh, I guess there was only one Castress video. So would you consider this me farming Castrus hate for 1 month? Again, I made one video and I made a live stream on 3.2 with the other with other content creators, and that's pretty much it. How is that considered farming? Mr. Pokey made like 5 more videos than me. I made one video and one live stream, and that was it. And it isn't even farming hate. What? I hate the global passive. I don't hate Castrus herself. I don't know. And then, okay, dude farmed the Castrus straight for 1 month and threatening to leave alongside White Sky and Ice Summon. Now, I was willing to believe them on this because I probably have some sort of amnesia around that time and I don't remember this. So let's check out this video, okay? Let's look at the transcripts on this video. Maybe I missed something, right? Where's the transcript? There it is. Let's see. Did I say quit? No, I did not. Did I say leave? They can't leave this feature alone. And the fallacy kicks in that you can't leave their meta, but global boss for every character would achieve is kick vertical investment in the dirt. I didn't say I was leaving the game. Did I say playing? Stop playing. Oh, I didn't even say stop at any point. Okay. When did I ever insinuate that I was gonna quit? Alright. I even found a counterexample. I made this video. This was before the live stream. Okay, let's see. Let's see the transcript then. Did I say anything about quitting or leaving? Okay, let's say quit. Did I quit? Did I say quit at any point? Oh, I did. Let's see. Which is quite. Okay, I said quite, not quit. Please. Okay, there we go. Let's see. People are going to be really mad, like I'm quitting the game because they didn't do enough for this live stream, and it's going to be a really interesting time. I'm quoting someone by saying I'm quitting the game. I didn't say that myself. Oh, and let's see then. I'm not going to be quitting the game. If I was quitting the game, it's not just because of the 3.0 live stream under delivering or anything, but because I still think the positives and the negatives of this game are still favorable. Wow, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? It's almost like my position as of now. I'm not going to quit. I said it again. I've been through much worse. Let's see. Did I say quit again? I'm not quitting the game. How many times did I say I'm not going to quit? Like 4 times. What is going on here? Like okay, let's look at the other allegation. Again, this was before the live stream even. Fine, okay, let's open up the actual live stream. Did I say I quit the game? Hold on. Let's I did unlist this live stream, so maybe I actually looked at this one first because I did unlist my live stream because it clogs up my live tab, but so I was like, this was the first thing that I looked at because I was like, okay, because it's unlisted and I don't remember my reactions to this live stream, this is probably the time that I said it and I just don't remember it. So I was willing to believe them on that. So let's see. Okay. This was the 3.2 live stream. Let's see if I said quit at any point. Let's load it first. Okay. Quit. So I made a poll of people that want to quit very soon. I remember this. I made a poll of like, are you going to quit the game? And it said yes or no. So remember, this is the live stream. This was after I made that video. Okay. I don't think it's worth quitting over. This is me. Let's listen to the clip. Truth be told, I don't think it's worth quitting over, but you know, it's your time to play this game. Like I don't. There, I did. I said it again. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see the other one. Does refusing to pull any of the characters as quitting? No. This is from Moose, I think. I don't even think I said this. I think Moose said it. This is the closest that I ever said that I'm gonna quit. By the way, I'm probably much closer to quitting than I think I am. Just because I've been playing Wuwa and it was amazing. So I don't know how close I am to actually quitting the game. Because I've been playing Wuwa too much. Did I ever say I was going to quit? No. It's because I've been playing Wuwa so much that I probably don't realize how much I want to quit the game. Again, I said it's not worth quitting over. And it doesn't actually counter my point of saying, hey, if I was going to quit the game, it's not just because of the global passive. It was going to be of something else. And in this case, it was Wuwa when it was good. Let's see. Did I say quit again? Did I say quit again? Let's see. Let's see in this live stream, right? Have I said quit? Let's find yellow text. Ooh, yellow text. Quite. Okay, I said quite. Oh? Quite impressive. I said quite again. Why did it keep saying quite? Oh, this one. Hold on. Quite. I said quite again. What? I really love saying quite, don't I? Did I ever say quit, at least? Wait, let's just use the search feature. I want to set up a poll of, like, how many people in my chat want to quit very soon, okay? I didn't say I was gonna quit, so that's alright, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's it. So, I don't know where this memory came from that I said I was gonna quit. Now, I don't know about these two guys. I don't know Wyatt Sky and Isam, and I've never interacted with them on Discord or in any way. I didn't even call them out or anything on their opinions or anything. I legitimately do not know what Wyatt Sky and Isam are thinking. I don't know what their current states are either, so I'm kind of confused why they would lump me in with these two. Maybe they're talking about Moose and Flutur, or Axe. Maybe they just don't remember the name, but I don't know their position either. They don't represent my thoughts. They're my friends, but I have very different opinions. I think that's not exactly like a rare thing, I would say, but anyway. Just because he made a couple of memes during Jiao Cho's Cypher release, I made 2. Doesn't make him a good part of community. I guess it counts as a couple of memes, right? Like, it's just 2, but whatever. Okay, and the person that made this made another reply saying his cast videos were satire. Okay, this guy is clearly a fan, but I never said my Castris videos were satire. I never joked about it. I'm completely serious. So, I don't know what they're talking about, but if you are the one person that's watching this and made this comment, I was never satirical about Castris on those videos. I never, I don't remember any joke that I made about Castris that would classify as satire. I mean, I appreciate your defense, but that's not what I did. So, okay, anyway. He even mentioned this exact same thing in his last video. A global passive won't make him quit the game. Yes, and I said it on my video before the live stream even happened. Little Buddy, he had collab reaction streams with the other guys trashing on HSR, and all 3 switched up once Hoyo called their bluff. What did I switch up on? Did I switch up on quitting? No, I didn't. Because I never said I was gonna quit anyway. We've proven that on this for like 5 minutes now. And again, Axe, Moose, and Flutur are my friends, but they don't represent my opinion. Maybe they said something, I don't know. Maybe they said something that I would disagree with, but they don't represent my opinions. Is it my mistake for bringing my friends in when I'm reacting to a live stream? Probably. I guess you can call me out on that. Actually, now that I think about it, there was one thing you could call me out on with the Castris drama. The only thing that you could... not the only thing. The one thing that I did mess up on was calling casuals uncaring or like not forward thinking. The thing is, they just don't care. They do see that the global passive was an awful precedent and they just didn't care. I made it sound like they were stupid, so that was on me. That was really bad on my part to call casuals not forward thinking. No, they just don't care. Like, they're not stupid. They just don't care about it. Which is a different thing entirely, and you know what? Fair enough. But I don't know what switching up means, because I never said I was gonna quit. I never said... I stick to my guns. I didn't pull Castris at all. I didn't even pull Evernight on any of my accounts. So... what... and again, I made the statement that it's not worth quitting the game over one day before the live stream. What is this guy talking about? This is not... this is not what... like, this is not what I was... I never made these points. Okay, let's continue reading. I know, because I used to watch all of their stuff before 3.x anniversary. No, you didn't. It's clear, no, you didn't. There was only one video and one live stream, and you failed at watching both. And you failed watching the anniversary opinion video, which also said the same thing as the live stream. It takes a special kind of hypocrite to make Hoyo look the better one between the two. Really? I don't know, man. That's your opinion, I guess. Also, the other two have since stopped creating or uploading. What, Moose, Axe, and Flutur? They still upload. Axe and Flutur make HSR content still, I think. I think Moose has stopped making HSR content, I'm not sure though. Because people started calling them out because of their dog shit nature. Okay, I don't know about the dramas within their communities where this would be the case, so I'm not gonna speak on that. Waveman survived because he created a couple of memes. No, I survived because you do not have evidence of this. I would love to see evidence of this, because I would love to apologize and see what happened. Again, I checked my own live stream just to see if I was wrong. And I didn't find anything. So you're just slandering me on the internet for no reason whatsoever. I want someone... okay, anyone in the chat watching this video right now, please, if you can find it, create evidence where I was very inconsistent with Castris. I really want to apologize, because I do feel like I'm missing something. Like, I feel like I missed being consistent on one point. I just don't remember. So if you can find evidence of me doing that, I would very much appreciate it. Because, to be honest, I probably did. I just don't remember. So I would love to see it. Anyway, that's all. Whoever made this post, please watch more content, I guess. I don't know. You clearly stopped watching, but, you know, here's your address if you're still watching, whatever. And also, the commenter that tried to defend me, please source your evidence for this. I was never satirical about Castris in the videos. And I only made one video, so it's only singular. Where's the plural? This was the point that I wasn't even making unit reviews. I started making leak content on Hyocine's release. I didn't even make one for Castris or Anaxa, so there was legitimately only one Castris video and one live stream. I don't understand. Dude, this is so easy to research. You didn't even need to watch my live stream. I don't know, man. People have faulty memory. Again, I guess I shouldn't blame this person for not remembering, but if you don't remember, just don't talk about it, please. Bruh. No, he was very adamant that it was Waveman, so he was very convinced that this was me. Even though, again, I've provided enough evidence to say, no, it wasn't me. There's a nearly 4-hour live stream. Wait, let me present it to you. Nearly a 4-hour live stream a 11-minute video that's public, and the Castress video itself, which was only 10 minutes, and there was no evidence. I never made a Castress unit review, so it's like there's only one video and one not even related to Castress. I just kind of talked about her offhandedly, and then one live stream where I said her also offhandedly. So I don't know, man. People just have bad memory. I have bad memory too. Do you have a bingo card prepared for the live stream? No, I don't. Actually, I don't need one. I have prepared some chips, so there's no bathroom breaks for me. I have prepared chips. I prepared a drink. Well, maybe I'll probably go to the bathroom at some point because I'm drinking, but I'm not leaving my seat as much as possible. I'm very prepared. Do you think Elation will have any units that can function as standalones? At the very least, the sustain will. Because the thing about sustains is they don't have to deal that much damage on their own. They just have to sustain really well. And because the problem with Elation bosses is just having Elation whatsoever, even though an Elation tank is gonna hit like dog shit, at least they have it, right? And they make your team survive. So the best chance of a standalone Elation unit is the sustain. Because all they have to do is sustain and have a punchline mechanic. It doesn't have to hit hard, and that's it. So, Elation sustain, good. That's probably going to be the most universal character in the Elation flagship or whatever. Unless the elation sustain says 1, 2, 3 elation for more. Yeah. Okay, good point. Okay, unless the elation sustain literally needs elation to sustain at all, then there you go. That's a problem. That would be the most useless sustain. I think. Well, no, it'll still be useful depending on how strong elation is. But they nerfed the scaling, so it probably won't be as strong as what it could have been. But still, it should be strong enough. Being a good sustain ain't good enough these days. Well, yeah, the thing about the elation sustain is they're not just gonna be a good sustain, they're gonna shut down elation shield bosses. And that is a big damage increase. I think people are going to realize soon enough that the elation enemies are... Wow, even if you bring Yao Guang who doesn't do shit, just because she can do elation skills, she's good enough for a fight. Like, again, that's the reference that you should put here. Yao Guang is a very bad character outside of Elation, but because she has Elation, she's still gonna be usable in a team just to shut down the shilly enemies. Like, that's a frame of reference that you can point to about how strong being an Elation character is against those enemies. Like, she's arguably... Actually, it's not even an argument, she's just worse than Ron Mei. But because the enemies love her, she's better. Like, that should just give you enough of a clue that inhalation sustain will be useful if they don't do enough damage. Especially with the nerf. Oh man, Yao Guang's looking so cooked, man. Oh boy. Oh boy. But will her working with Shilling compete with using a good support that actually synergizes with the DPS you're using? Yes. You can look at Archer Yao Guang runs in V1. Well, not anymore, but you can look at Yao Guang and Archer, and Yao Guang would usually do better than Cypher just because she shut down the damage reduction early enough. And it was like, dude, come on. Even still, the fact that Yao Guang is directly competing with Cypher, who just has a better gimmick, just because she can shut down Elation, is fucking ridiculous to me, but whatever. Let's watch the mosquitoes video? No. There's not enough time. I mean, we could have watched it a while ago, I guess, but either way. Will Sparksy be like Evernight, do you think? I think so. And a sub DPS that can function as their own main DPS, yeah. The thing about Sparksy as a sub DPS is that the supports don't have to regenerate that much SP. Because if you do have 3 Elation party members, I don't know how fast the Elation, how fast Aha is going to be, but assuming it does become like 30 speed faster, and assuming that the Elation main DPS has a way of triggering Aha instants on their own, that means Sparksy gets a lot of fake SP. So even Sparkle is kind of on a shaky ground, because assuming Aha acts enough, the SP isn't a problem, because Sparksy just gains so much fake SP anyway. So like, you know, it's still up in the air, really. Like, I don't think you can say definitively that Sparksy's a main DPS. I think it's more likely she's a sub DPS because her traces are so built around it. And I think people compare her. I think people have taken the Anoxa sub DPS notion a little too far, because Anoxa and Herta are two completely distinct characters that are not similar at all. Because Anoxa is a character that absolutely destroys single target, and Herta doesn't. Herta's really bad at single target. Whereas with someone like Casterus and Evernight, you would have a better conclusion, because Casterus is also more AoE focused, and Evernight is also AoE focused. Just a bit more AoE focused though, but you know, whatever. I think people take the Anoxa precedent too commonly, because at the end of the day, Anoxa's kit was so different from Herta anyway, so it was bound to be he was bound to be useful some way outside of Herta. But, you know, I guess it depends on if Sparksy has a different scenario where she's better than, let's say, the actual main DPS like Yai Miko or whatever, Yai Sakura or whatever the fuck. Evanescence, bring me to Yai. Did you also hear about the free 5-star selector? I made an entire video about it. I'll probably just cut up that video, you know, to include the actual relevant characters, but the TLDR is that the only worth it characters from 2.x and before is Kafka, Sparkle, Black Swan, Silver Wolf, and Fugue. That's pretty much it. Sunday could work. But you know, Sunday's the best pick if you don't care about Anom. But these days Sunday is feeling a little bad, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend him over Sparkle. Anoxa was a rare case. He was made only to be a Herta PF merchant. No, it's the opposite. Anoxa was made so that Herta can handle single target better. But I think the devs also underestimated that Anoxa would be so good at single target, he just outranked Fei Xiao. I should revive my Anoxa stream. I did. Wait, did I have an Anoxa stream? I don't think I had one. But I remember reacting to Anoxa in like. I remember saying that his multipliers were so broken because he can spam a face shout ult every turn because of his double skill, and he has implant, and he's just a full package. They did nerf that though, so like, I wasn't following leaks at that point. I wasn't making leak content religiously, so I don't remember what I said there, but Anoxa was not a Herta PF merchant. I think the most obvious conclusion you could have made was Anoxa was a single target version of a sub DPS for Herta, but it soon became discovered that Anoxa was just really ridiculous at single target, that he escaped Herta's shadow. Which was not expected because he's an erudition unit. Like, you wouldn't expect that, really. So I understand why people would think that he was a sub DPS at first, but once the evidence came out, yeah, no. This guy's a main DPS that could sub DPS sometimes. And there was only very rare cases he could be the best sub DPS, really. Because in PF, you're always gonna pick Mini Herta. Unless you're fighting like Lygus, who just has a million HP. You're gonna use Serval against an Academics most likely over Anoxa, because he just broke too easily. The only time that I saw Anoxa as like a optimal Herta sub DPS was in APOC because ice weakness, which was obvious. Mini Herta and PF? What? Why would I why would I need to explain Mini Herta and PF with Big Herta? No Jade mention? Oh, Jade is also better than, well, it depends. Jade is also better than Mini Herta if you can't one-shot. But you're one-shotting most of the time. Well, okay, there's an exception to that. If you don't have Tribi E1, then you're not one-shotting probably. Then you're probably struggling. I think at this point, Herta needs Tribi E1 to be necessarily good value. But she doesn't need it to be like clearing Pure Fiction, but I think she needs Tribi E1 in general. Like in Anom, I think Herta without Tribi E1 is kind of brick. Or maybe Herta just E2 by herself. Because like, it feels really bad running Herta with a full E0 team. I think at the minimum, Tribi is required at this point for Anom. But if you don't care about Anom, who cares, right? Just run Tribi, whatever. Sad to see Argenti recommended as a sub DPS in Thirda teams. That was always the case on Thirda's release. They realized Argenti was a lot better as a sub DPS than anything else he could have been. I wish they would Nova Flare him to become a tank though, but whatever, right? Okay, we're almost there. I think we still have 5 minutes. Yeah, we have. Let me open my popcorn now. Can you guys hear that? You guys hear that? Oh yeah. You should grab your own popcorn, by the way, chat. We're gonna be here for a while. Wow, this bag is noisy as hell. Oh my god, bro, they didn't put it. Okay, there we go. I used my teeth. Remby7707, new member, thank you. Oh wait, this was old. This was like yesterday. Sorry. Thank you for joining still though. A super waiver tier. Alright. As always, we're gonna ×2 this. How many people are watching this stream? 312. Wow. How many viewers did I have last time? Like 500? I guess I should check my creator studio later. Oh, anyway, to anyone who made that comment, please don't take this as like an attack. Oh, what is this? To anyone that made that comment, please don't take this as like an attack. I just do not like being slandered that I didn't even say. Like, there's plenty of things you can slander me for without making shit up, please. I still can't believe people think I did those stuff, but whatever. Okay, we're playing Mario Kart. Wait, let's speed up just so we're caught up. Change the quality. Here we go. Yum. What's the tea he's talking about? Oh, I mean, someone made this comment, and I spent like 15 minutes trying to disprove it. Like, again, I would be 100% amenable for people to get me accountable on this. That I doom posted Castris even though I made like one video. Like, I farmed hate for Castris for 1 month even though I made one video and one live stream that mentioned her and one video that offhandedly mentioned her. And the fact that people still believe at one point I said I was quitting when I didn't, I would love to see evidence of that because I would love to redact that statement. But yeah. I'm just kind of sick of the slander. Wait, were you that guy? Were you the guy that made that comment? Okay, I want to clarify to you that I never... My Castris videos were not satire whatsoever. I maybe have made up like one offhand joke, but those weren't satire. No, the guy under? Oh. Oh, okay, well. Again, if you do find that comment, don't harass them, because I wanted to... I hate the allegations more than the person. Like, I really don't care who made those statements. I just hate the allegation, so I wanted to clear it up. Because if I just attack the person, that's only one person. I want to address the actual allegation itself. Oh no, this emoji combo, I almost had a heart attack. Because I'm pretty sure he's not the only guy that believed that. I can be sure that there's at least 10 people that believe I also did that. Because he said it, you know. He probably shared it to his friend group. I don't know if he was the one that first said it, but... If there's 10 people that believe that, that's not an individual problem anymore. That's an allegation that I should just attack the allegation itself, whatever. Like, you're not a crazy person for believing that at that point. Well, maybe. I don't know. Two, one, I'm eating popcorn. 0.
看什么呢？
Oh, who's this guy?
你来了，
I've never seen this guy
我这
before.
正看二线乐园的新闻呢。
什么新闻？
哎，你看，这人说 阿基维利跟阿哈有过一段。
什么叫有过一段？人家那是一起同行过一段旅程，那不叫有过一段
啊？这个意思。
Okay.
对，这个意思。
哦，那这条呢？你看这人说的信誓旦旦，现在都在传是纳努克帮阿哈炸了星穹列车。
哎，有道理。你想纳努克胸口那个道子，跟列车那个斜率就噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔的。
你们在胡说什么呢？别信，都是小道消息，炸车行为明显阿哈全责。
不是，那这新闻到底有几条是真的呀？来，再看看下一条吧。说是痛失车厢，帕姆记了很多年仇，列车正在全速赶往欢愉之地，找阿哈算账来了。好，我知道了。
Get this man off the pen immediately.
这是真的。
好了，别在这听八卦了，有什么想
Someone take his pen away.
二项乐园。
What does it mean to become an Eon for a minute?
Are you here to join the fantasy?
Oh, it's Sampo. He's back.
The masked wolf
It's a little. He looks.
gets to define elation.
He looks really good. Yo, what was that pose?
Real flavor cake. The paradise woven from elation and wild imagination.
After 15 years, now that the Phantasm Moon of Elation is full again,
Let's go.
Phantasm Moon Games will begin.
Whoa, that was Yai.
The game where the winner becomes an Eon.
To all of you watching, you reckon I'll win? Who else dares doubt Sparksy? Come and party till the end of the world!
This Arcadian world faces an extraordinary danger. Who are you?
Ah, her natural habitat fighting elation shield enemies.
I see where the culprit is.
There are signs the Phantasm Moon Games are spiraling out of
Good job, Yao Guang.
8 masks, 8 supplicants. Come closer.
Death is back.
Was that Sunday? Oh shit.
The Phantasm Games must
Yo.
not fall into the IPC's hands.
Serious Xianzhou criminals attempting to join the Phantasm Moon Games.
I kind of like Yao Guang's design. Not Yao Guang, Sakura's design. It's not the long skirt, but at least it's like a pencil skirt, you know? At least it's a little classy.
Whether or not you're walking on the path of elation,
Oh,
good morning,
English?
good afternoon, and good evening. 欢迎来到崩
哦
坏星穹铁道。
Okay, that was gonna be full
4月
English.
是神不在的时间前瞻特别节目，我是主持人露露。
各位开拓者好，我是少基。
家人们好呀，我是 Fish。
大家好，我是乐达。
这烧鸡 fish 苏乐达，咱这凑了一桌菜呀。
嘿，吃饱了才有力气开拓嘛。
毕竟4.0版本呀，我们星穹列车就要驶向下一站欢愉世界2项乐园了。
这一直以来啊，欢愉星辰都给人一种荒诞不经。
And this popcorn is crunchy.
哎，我很好奇啊，为什么咱
You guys can't hear it
它的
though.
地盘的呢？
这不是因为上一站温法罗斯发生了一点寰宇皆知的小动静嘛？
铁幕是吧？那很接知了。
确实是。
是，这是你知我知，人尽皆知。既然各方势力都行动了起来，以阿哈的性格，怎么可能没有反应呢？
啊，原来如此。那看来此行是要跟阿哈打交道了。那信仰这样一位离谱星辰的世界，
Delicious.
想必一定也很离谱吧？
What flavor did you get? Honey,
大家
just
都知道
the butter
它最喜
popcorn,
欢
whatever
热
the
闹
fuck.
2项乐园就是它的游乐场，这个世界被各式各样的娱乐游戏统治，人们也都乐在其中。
啊
Well, I
难怪
put honey on
外
like
面
butter
这么乱
popcorn,
这里
so
看着还是一副这个其乐融融的景象啊。
I like
该说这里
I
的
like it
人
with
们
honey,
很
whatever.
松弛吗？
毕竟这里的人啊，他们都是欢愉的信徒，甚至在这里啊，连斗争和冲突都是用游戏来解决的。在这当中，最瞩目也最疯狂的一场，就是列车组此行的目的——幻月游戏。
幻月游戏，是跟这个存在感很高的月亮有关吗？
没错，这里直奔重点。幻月游戏是阿哈亲自设立的游戏，胜者不仅能得到觐见他的资格，还能获得成为1分钟星神的奖赏。
不是，1分钟星神，咱玩这么大吗？
就这么大，你想想，阿哈可是干过把全部神力送给一只虫子的事情，区1分钟星神也没那么奇怪。
Imagine if Sampo was the one that became an Aeon for 1
要是
minute.
能当1分钟星神，
And then Sampo was like, wait, nothing
希望
changed.
我的年终奖翻倍。
And then boom boom.
真没创意。
哎，那你来个有创意的。
如果是
Cliffhanger.
我呀，我会让整个宇宙都变成回合制。
嗨，
什么
呀？
你这个愿望可能有人已经许过了。那对于分钟星神，开拓者们肯定也有很多想象吧？但要注意，这可是阿哈的奖励，事情肯定。
Oh no, they're gonna explain the battle mechanics now.
据说曾经有位圣者试图杀死欢愉星神，结果这话把阿哈逗乐了。他说：“诶，欢愉星神，那不就是你自己吗
天啊，然后呢？
Why is he doing a PogChamp face?
然后就没人再见过这个人了。
咦，
看来许愿还是要谨慎啊，当我没许过吧。
小心点儿。
是啊，跟阿哈玩游戏，最终解释权也在阿哈手里。一个不小心，他可能就会让全宇宙彻底疯狂。
哎，先不说宇宙，我们来看看这座游乐场长什么样吧。
首先，列车的第一站是二维市，它坐落于二项乐园中心，是这个欢愉世界的入口。
哎，这二维是看着挺三维的呀。
这名字是有来头的。
Whoa, it's Sam.
历史上，二项乐园曾经被拍扁过，变成了一幅画。
That's a cool
原
hologram.
来是这么个二项
现在已经恢复正常了，但还是留下了一些那个时代的遗产。
啊！你是说这些这个天上飞的、地上跑的这些奇形怪状的生物吗？
没错，它们就是这个世界特殊。
Where did he call them?
比如画面中这个长长的生物是负责迎接。
They're in Genshin too, but I don't remember their
而
name.
他管理的当地列车叫做疾风龙，还有盘踞在高塔上的雷球，负责整座城市的 WiFi 信号。
That's a cool aesthetic.
你的意思
That looks very
这些
Jet Set
公共设施
Radio-esque.
都是活的。
That's pretty
没错
cool.
人家可都是勤勤恳恳上班的。
Oh my god, it's that one girl from ZZZ.
哎，我以为你当主持人是为了找乐子。
哎，我怎么可能呢？我这勤勤恳恳的制造节目效果呢。
没错，在二项乐园，幻造种们工作也是为了节目效果。为了维持存在，他们必须从人们身上源源不断地获取愿力。换言之，就是要吸引人们的关注。
啊，明白了，就是全体目光向我看齐啊！没有关注度的话，他们就会消失。
That's a very
没错
popular Final
所以
Fantasy
你能
song.
看到在大街小巷到处都有人在整活儿，要想活得有活儿啊！这就是二项乐园，一个流量至上、娱乐至死的世界。
既然名为乐园，城市里也有许多值得一玩的游乐设施。
比如说，你可以在拍立得
This really does kind of feel like
合照，或者
Hanakoni light
接
mode.
个电话。
在场景中还散布着一些神
I'm
奇
sure
的
there's a night
物
area
通过
though.
它，开拓者就能进入二维世界。
Oh my god, we're playing Mario.
啊，所以叫二维市啊。哎，不过这个开拓者怎么变成小动物了？这是帕姆吗？
哦，不是，哎，它叫开拓妖精，是开拓者个人 IP 的话。
你等会儿，开拓者都成
Or whatever Mario
这可
says.
是二项乐园啊！你有所不知，以列车组为原型的漫画
I'm a little too hoarse to do the voice.
现在可是在乐园火得一塌糊涂。
苍天好运龙号。
Mario
不会
that
就是这个小
sound.
家伙吧？
哎，没错，就是他们。
这个球棒浣熊倒是一看就是开拓者。旁边那个粉色的兔子是3月7吗？
Yes.
是的
She looks like Mem, which is not.
叫汪汪丹。
It probably isn't a coincidence.
哎，那杨树呢？
杨树嘛，就叫杨树，就叫杨树。
Remember when people theorized that Mem was actually just March?
我也就问了，那他为什么不是一只羊呢？
可能是因为我们杨叔人狠话不多吧。
I mean, it wasn't that
但是有道理
ridiculous, but
是漫画作者
damn.
画新人物时会采纳你的建议哦。
行吧，那我就期待一下吧。啊，不过真没想到啊，咱们列车组的知名度居然这么高。
做好心理准备吧，说不定刚下车呀就会被粉丝给围堵住了。
其实还有另一层原因，这个世界对星穹列车也有特殊的意义。二项乐园是姬子的故乡，15年前
哦
列车就是在这里再度启程的。
What?
好像听到了什么不得了的消息啊！原来这里是机子。
They just lore bombed that for like 5 seconds.
坠毁在了阿哈的地盘儿。啊，真是让人浮想联翩呐！
嘿，今年没准我们能看见更多领航。
That's an insane lore bomb.
更多领航员还是更多故事？
我不知道啊，你猜？
哎呀，又藏这么多秘密啊，手机老师。
那还是说回乐园吧。
He just casually dropped that shit. That's crazy.
还有当地的媒体朋友。
比如大家看到的这家由狸猫们经营的杂志
For
社
Bobo
第一周刊，无论
For Bobo
和意识、本地八卦。
Oh my god, is this Hanu?
十足的乐园
Oh my god, it's Hanu
都
again.
逃不过狸猫记者们的眼睛。
这次他们也是有备而来啊，员工阵容呢是相当豪华，有王牌记者普利策。
I do not like this Tom Nook looking motherfucker.
还有
I do not trust
李
him.
小虎、尤利安、比利比利。
不是这么多梨，那刚才开头的八卦应该也是他们写的吧？
狸猫是犬科，所以他们是狗仔，非常对。
哎，我们小狸猫都是很优秀的撰稿人，他们只是做了一些小小的艺术加工而已。
那除开这些喜剧桥段，在二项乐园，开拓者还将体验到一段青春的校园时光。
Imagine how good this area would look if it was actually Sakura trees.
这里也是姬子的母校。
哎，在二项乐园呢，
Oh, there's Himiko
学
school?
生们会在这里学习制造幻造种的方法。
Are we gonna have a school date with Himiko? That's cool.
没错， 所以这些学生们也可以被称作绘师。能看出来，同为艺术院校，这里和折纸大学的风格是完全不一样的。
啊，我已经能想象到开拓者坐在
Even the devs are comparing. I compare this with Penacony. Holy fuck.
靠窗的位置吗？
你还挺会挑。
啊，不过咱这个话说回来啊，看了一圈，感觉这个学校里面
Oh my god, it's me, it's Wave.
中庭的这一幅巨作了。
这是二项乐园著名的富士窗外
What are these emojis?
歌窗的浪花。
哎，歌川，歌川又在哪
The crying one kind of
那当然
alerts me a little bit.
歌川区就在二维室内，是一
This is Yakuza.
夜幕降临时，长河映照出。
What is this called in Yakuza? There's an area like this.
乐园的夜景啊也很漂亮啊，真想在这条河边散步。
哎，但歌川区算是比较混乱的地区，闲逛的时候要多。
Okay, this is a lot
其他
better.
地方不混乱吗？
This looks very Japanese,
看
you
这
know.
里拐个弯都能遇到巡逻怪。
Okay, now this looks really. This is again. This just looks like Yakuza.
最后两边谁都没来。
嗨，原来是这么个歌川啊！
割了割了。
除开这些，歌川区还有一个秘密，这里藏着欢愉酒馆的入口。先不展开，大家后面会见到。
好的，感谢各位的介绍。那看完了我们的场景，是不是终于该轮到我们4.0的主线故事了？哎，我可
Are we gonna make Kiryu here? I sure hope there's a quest that references Kiryu and like a plot of land that we have to fight
规
over.
则就是没有规则，阿哈的游戏怎么可能墨守成规？幻乐游戏的宗旨只有一条，在这座娱乐至死的城市吸引足够多的目光，也就是愿力。至于方法，百无禁忌，大家都站在同一个起点，开局一张面具，接下来如何争夺那1分钟心神的奖励，就各凭本事啦。
啊，原来如此，所以这面具是入场券啊，戴上了就要整活搞事儿，看谁的阵仗更大。
理解正确。不过幻乐游戏总共只有8枚面具，要搞到入场券本身就不容易哦。
哎，那有没有什么好门路呢？
It does.
上门路可多了。
They made it less blatant though. Like I guarantee those streets would have been pink.
还有些人是祖上传下来的，甚至还有人哎，
Like if they had the choice, I think they would have made pink trees. Not gonna lie.
完全可以啊！我跟你说个更简单的，你要后期直接在你脸上打一个横条。
是的，是的，那些循规蹈矩人才入不了阿哈法眼。
啊，虽然这个比赛还没有正式开幕啊，但是这届幻乐游戏的热门候选
Kiryu appeared at Aurum Alley. That's true.
哎，知道你想
Is that true?
其中当然有我们的开拓者代表星穹列车出战。此外，这次和星穹列车一起前来的还有一位仙州联盟的天将
啊，这个我知道啊，在2.5跟3.7版本他都登场过啊，不过之前好像一直都是远程通信的状态，
只有声音。对，没错，玉阙的荣涛将军姚光。
哎，他的头衔可多了，我建议尊重他为变质格物院荣誉院长、十方光映法界之主、仙州非物质文化遗产确行权传人荣涛将军姚光。
哎，咱就这么点时间，我建议啊，就直接简称他为姚光。
姚光将军啊，跟我们的老朋友福太卜可是师出同门。他呢是福太卜的师姐，在联盟面对种种问题的时候呀，也总是需要姚光。
Hello, my niche general.
哎，好艰巨的任务啊，我听着都感觉压力山大了。
不用担心，卜者间有句传言，人算不如天算，天算不如他干。姚光可是仙州人眼中的福神，人人都得称一句姚老板。凡事有他在，总能化险为夷。
没错，姚老板大吉大利。
哎，所以
Madam Yao
这次过来是代表仙州参加幻乐
Don't
游戏
say that in
没这么
ZZZ.
简单哦。姚光在偶像乐园的经历可以说是一波3折。
具体的肯定不会在这里展开，但这几天就会有一条短片。
He looks really good in this shot.
出发前的故事，不妨期待一下。
好，那除了姚光，还有其他人的信息可以透露吗？我很好奇啊，会有什么对手？
还记得我们认识的假面语者花火吗？
啊，花火也要参赛？
是也不是，最近二项乐园出现了另一个花火，他自称火花，是
Yo, Lizzie Freeman
火爆的主播。
The hottest streamer? I wouldn't.
花
Well,
火
maybe. The other hotter characters, they're not streamers, so I guess whatever. No competition.
四处狩猎花火。
听你这个说法，这怎么花火像个种族啊？那花火跟火花打起来的话，应该支持谁呢？
嘿，当你这么想的时候啊，恐怕就又中了火花大人一计喽。
啊，也对，啊，那我就谁都不支持，哎，我就在旁边自己开个直播。
Are they really asking
没错，你已经深谙二项乐园。
if you would win in a fight with Sparksy and Sparkle at the same time?
观众赢了。
A fight, just clarification, a fight with Sparksy and Sparkle.
开拓者这边的，
瞧你说的，花火哪次不是
Would you win?
也对也对，
Probably not.
这是人美心善的花火大人呀。不过这次性质可不一样啊。
I've seen some crazy showcases over basic attack kick. It probably hurts.
咱们开拓者也千万不能轻敌啊！哎，我这还有个小道消息，听说火花最近接了个大商单， 很快就要发布喽。
哎，那我倒要看看这位乐园一姐能整出什么活了。
哎，除了上面2位啊，还有一些势力也来到了2项乐园，比如我们的老朋友星河猎手，这次派出的角色是银狼和刃，而且除了剧本上的任务啊，他们2个似乎还另有其他的目的。
刃嘛，倒是不好说。哎，但这个游戏的世界听着就很像是银狼的主场。哎，我记得之前那个前瞻前的 PV 里啊，银狼还放。
Oh, this is why Steven is here. It's a game world. He loves games. Of course he's gonna join.
认真的呀。
说明人家这次要认真玩玩了。毕竟之前
Steven Lloyd, my goat.
又回到了欢愉的世界，没准人家可要展示真正的操作了。
那就期待他大。
He's a duck man, much like myself.
2项乐园的名侦探不死兔先生也会以他自己的方式参与这场游戏。
哎，来了，你看本地人来了。众所周知啊，有名侦探的地方就会有意外啊，那说明这个游戏不出意外的要出意外了呗。
放心，还有公司兜底呢。
哎，是的，名义上2项乐园也是公司的属地，由战略投资部管理。公司希望以幕后操盘手的身份来影响整场游戏。
战略投资部，那也就是说，
实行10人珍珠是乐园的首席执行官。列车抵达时，他会以东道主的身份迎接开拓者人。
看来这场幻乐游戏的阵容真的很豪华呀！啊，看到这里啊，我
We didn't see Pearl's model, did we? I guess I had to read one back.
除了2项乐园，知更鸟还提到过一个地名千星城。这又是……
哎，那就到了预告环节。4.0版本有关欢愉的开拓任务同样。
God damn it! No.
故事的舞台就不止2项乐园一个世界了。下半年，列车还将去往新西兰娱乐的总部，也是公司的度假胜地。
Okay, good.
敬请期待故事的发展吧。
If I was gonna be stuck on this planet any longer, I was gonna lose my mind.
2项乐园是不是还有一个地方没介绍啊？
哦，对了，欢愉酒馆还没讲呢。
哎，你懂我。那我们先
Didn't we visit that back in Pinnacle?
等会儿再为大家呈现更多2项乐园的精彩实况。
OK， 那按照惯例，导播来放兑换码吧。
Oh,
上街好紧张啊
how many ahas is that? 1.
你站起来动会儿吧。
Aha 1, aha 2, aha 3, aha 4, aha 5, aha 6. There's 6 H's, guys.
辛苦了。
The hell is this?
我喜欢你的出场方式，欢迎来到欢愉酒馆。
这给我整哪儿来了？2位老师，你们怎么也在这儿呀？
大家好，我是战斗设计汉。
You!
大家好，我是战斗
You!
愣着干什么呀，露露老师？
随便坐，
坐呀。
随便坐。
Don't introduce them as combat designers. I'm going to be really mad.
这里可是欢愉酒馆啊，没有那么多乱七八糟的规矩，想坐哪坐哪。坐吧，坐吧，没关系。
Okay, maybe they didn't design mono
这
RAM.
是一个酒馆吗？但为什么有这么多马桶在这儿？
这里面是有说法的，我来带大家看一看啊。好，欢愉酒馆呢，又名世界尽头酒馆，是假面愚者们非常重要的社交场所，更是能帮助来客们倾吐烦恼的所在。简单来说呢，就是帮助大家释放坏情绪的地方。很多匪夷所思的事情啊，在这里发生都不会奇怪。对，听说连这里酒桶里装的饮料都是愚者们。
The puppy eyes emoji on the fucking toilet is funny. Wait, was that Sparksy Fumo?
别有洞天，除了愚者之外，
I saw Fumo.
有极具幽默感的客人才能进来。头顶上绚烂的 disco 大灯球，还有供宾客们狂欢的舞池，都是愚者们能常年保持乐观心态的秘诀。
I've been using this disco ball as a thumbnail for a while now.
说过嘛，如果生活残酷，那就摇起来，把体内的悲伤摇匀就行了。
我刚才真的很认真的、很严肃的在听2位这个讲解啊。
我们也很认真啊。
我现在觉得你们俩病得不轻
啊，没事，我们有病房
啊，还有病房呢。
无论来的
Sick
是
bay.
假面愚者还是其他客人，酒馆
Is this a hospital or is this a class? Oh, there's a classroom.
病房服务。
No, this is a.
酒馆里面同什么楼
This is a hospital. What?
我听说啊
We're in the tavern. There's a hospital. Well, I guess that makes sense.
病房躺一躺，缓和一下。
咱们都这样了吗？
非常认真。
酒馆的大门其实与诸多世界相连。如果不喜欢病房的话呢，这里还有许多不同的
There's mahjong.
对，非常方便。
其他区域还展览着许多愚者们的藏品，虽然不知道他们意欲何为。
Dude, what is going on here?
这里 就摆放着一只巨大的星虫可供参观。
不是，这都什么
对，
跟什么呀
看着就？非常的值钱。
我原本真的以为咱们这个欢愉酒馆是一个啊，
What was that
非常
cut
严肃的
there?
啊，各位假面语者们在这里交流一些心神秘闻啊，探讨欢愉哲学的一个地方。
非常严肃，但是呢，没那么正经。
是这样吗？
对，而且酒馆听起来呢，更多是会遇到奇怪的同伴，找 NPC 接任务的地方。
这个倒是的，
对的，对的。既然人都到齐了，我们2位 NPC 就给大家讲点情报吧。
哎，好呀，好呀，好呀。
在2项乐园的世界中呢
Okay.
所到之处皆是欢愉，甚至连战斗也都在
Oh
欢
no.
愉星神的注视之下。
They're gonna introduce
这
Aha.
一说，我倒是想起了那个表情包
哦，
请阿哈时不时来看看有没有乐子。
你说的对，哪里有乐子啊，哪里就有阿哈。每当我们队伍中出现欢愉命途的角色，或在挑战一些怪物时呢，战斗就会产生笑点了。
这不仅会迎来阿哈的关注，当他看得兴起，还会亲自下场，领衔出演阿哈时刻。在此期间呢，他会带领队伍中欢愉命途的角色同台表演，大展绝活。
来看看瑶光，在阿哈的带领下，瑶光为敌人沾得了胸签，使敌方全体受到的伤害提高，并在造成伤害的同时恢复战绩点。
火花也紧随其后
6K
开启热闹的粉丝抽奖。
How much damage is that?
对敌方全体造成
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
后呢，还会对敌人造成多段弹射伤害。
当表演结束时啊，阿哈表示：“哎，好活当少啊，看爽了。”给全队的欢愉角色来点增益，然后处于增益状态下的欢愉角色们呢，还会获得额外的能力。
The UI is good at least, you know. I can't really complain about Relations UI. It's pretty good.
先说瑶光吧，他是个非常与众不同的将军，身上没有上位者的压迫感，做事呢很有自己的风格。相信在
I mean,
版本的故事
well, she does look superior,
感觉
but
出这位将军行事的妙处。
确实啊，我觉得他的思考
okay, they're introducing her kit.
虽说是补者，但是呢，这个补算并不是
She does look very
它能获
good,
悉未来
though.
数以万计的可能性。这些信息啊，经过密集的演算推瞻后，让他做出最有利于当下的判断。
Is this a?
哎，那
What was that?
现代人的话来说，这是不是就是大数据啊
Is that a PV?
啊，不过我看他身上有很多这个雀。
Yeah, she has a peacock outfit.
哎，这个是不是跟他的能力有什么关系呢？
是的，孔雀正是瑶光的地宫威灵，也是他占卜能力的来源。战斗中，瑶光会
I like how she's divination based, but she doesn't even do like any divination stuff. Like there's nothing in her kit that would say she's a divine.
而吉凶签是瑶光把控战局的重要道具，他的战绩将展开一个挂满吉福与好运签的结界，为我方带来增益的同时呢，还能让队伍获得笑点。
嚯，吉星高照！啊，在这个吉福的照耀下，作战的气势都不一样了啊！我的气势也不一样，我感觉
The animations make sense though, I guess.
没错没错，最重要的来喽！瑶光的终结技，除了能让我方的队伍获得笑点
Is she a better DPS than Jingyuan? Okay, that's
一次额外回合的阿哈时刻。
that's not a bar that I would want to put on her.
一次额外的阿哈时刻，是不是也意味着阿哈可以带着我们的欢愉队友们多表演一系列的欢愉技呢？
Remember, it's only 20 fixed
如
punchline,
果再
guys.
加上队伍本身的阿哈时刻啊，甚至可以让欢愉队友们连续开启2轮表演。
哦，不愧是咱们的瑶光将军啊，倍儿有面儿。
那毕竟是福神啊，听说阿哈来了仙州都要拜了瑶光再走。
有这么一回事吗？啊，不过咱们这个话说回来啊，刚才看这个孔雀开屏的效果，我觉得真的是太惊艳了啊！这个吉福还身啊，
对，非常的
大吉
大吉大利。但对敌人来说就没那么幸运了。瑶光的欢愉技会向敌人掷出胸签，让全体敌方受到的伤害提高，同时为我方队伍恢复。
How much energy does she have, devs?
瑶光获得好活儿当赏。
How much energy?
说独乐乐不如众乐乐，瑶光会为队伍施加增益，让队友的攻击
Why is Tribby here?
欢愉伤害。若该攻击
Wait a second, what?
伤害则会进。
Oh my god, not this! Not this, bro!
没错
Stop scamming the people! Stop scamming the people!
大家的财运也会源源不断哦。
哎，这个我喜欢。
哎，只要瑶光位于队伍中，击碎地图中的可破坏物时，就会立刻获得红包。哇，开启秘籍再进入战斗，瑶光还可以自动触发战绩的结界哦。
不是，这个财运真得接一下了吧？啊，接一下。好，那我们再来看看另一位乐子人吧，就是我们风靡我们2项乐园的网络主播啊，火花。 当当，你看他能整的活一定很多。
确实，幻乐游戏
I like that
的本质
sparkle
就是整活
plush.
吸引流
Sparksy
用
plush, I
放
mean.
肆疯狂来形容这位主播啊，是再合适不过了。作为幻娱世界的顶流，火花的粉丝数一直在
There's her
稳定
TikTok
地增
dance.
长。平时他也会积极营业，回馈粉丝们的。
She has another variation of her theme. This is like her third variation. No, it's fourth
哇，一
actually.
定很感谢你的支持。
所以记得多去直播间给主播刷刷礼物哦。
哦，在哪儿呢？
当然是在战斗里了。对火花来说呢，直播自己与敌人的实时战斗画面是再合适不过的
Sparkle is gonna have like 6
开启
different
战绩呢
themes.
火花将直接进入直播间，与敌人展开紧张刺激的 PK 打宝。在此期间呢，每点按一次战绩，
There's another Sparkle theme. Bro, how many themes does she have?
的话还有可能刷出超级大火箭
啊，不是，我以为你刚才是开玩笑的，这真能刷礼物啊？
真能刷。
哦，那有可能连续出火箭吗？
运气好的话，当然是有可能的啦。刷礼物的时候啊
Wait, was Poho on the team? That's fucked up. No Galagor? Really?
随着粉丝们的应援呼声越来越高，主播火花也在与敌人的 PK 中大获胜利。
Oh my god, she is.
礼物也会为队伍恢复不同的笑点和战绩点，都是随机的，全靠运气。红红火火，恍恍惚惚，花火火花啊！花火火花。火花在啊哈时刻中呢，会开启热闹的抽奖。除了对敌方全体造成大量伤害，还会对敌人造成多段弹射伤害。它的终结技会用超大的手指棒把敌人拍扁，对敌方全体造成伤害，并获得笑点。好活当赏状态下，每在 PK 中刷出一次礼物，都会在结算时对随机一个地方目标造成欢愉伤害。终结技呢，也会额外造成欢愉伤害。
哎，这个手指棒有什么说法吗？
哦，这个是二项乐园非常流行的网络文化。你会发
What do you
现
mean?
火花经常用它来点赞。
You're not showing the finger, you're showing her.
非常
Okay.
好用。
地图中释放秘技，火花还会把敌人拉黑，让敌人无法发现我们。进入战斗后，会对敌方全体造成伤害，并获得战绩点。
哎，我刚才看到队伍里的花火，看起来好像跟之前不太一样啊，这个是怎么回事呢？
花火火花嘛。
哦，在这儿
开个玩笑，开个玩笑。在 4.0 版本啊，花火、黑天鹅两位角色将会迎来加强。刚刚大家在画面中看到的就是加强后的花火。
哦，
首先，花火的终结技能为全队恢复
There's the
6
Nova
战
Flares.
绩点，溢出的战绩点还能储存起来，在队友回合
Oh, they
结束
finally
时
fixed
进
that?
行
Wait, no, they didn't. That's so fucked up.
花火释放战绩还能不消耗战绩。
They didn't QOL
它的
that?
战绩持续时间也会延长至
That's so bad.
哦，怪不得刚才这花火
Why?
火花的啊，这个配对里面虽然在狠狠的给主播刷礼物
I thought they fixed that already.
不够的情况啊，这俩人真是这个左脚踩右脚啊。
是的，是的。
那再来看看加强后的
That's so
黑天鹅
why?
它可以使我方全体更快地为敌人叠加奥技，并且可以结算超出上限层数的奥技，从而造成更高的伤害。此外呢，奥技在回合开始时也能
Oh,
够保
wow.
留更多的层数，不会重置回一层。
Oh, I was right. It
是的。
cancels.
另外啊，
It cancels out by the end of the
全
animation.
体造成的伤害提高，使整个队伍输出更上一层楼。
好的，感谢二位老师。那接下来
Fix what? So if you use Sparkle's ult, right? You gain 6 SP. Wait, let's talk about this first. What is banners?
限定5星光锥，当他决定看见的
Wow, this is a bad bet. Well, no, there's pearls. That's good.
瑶光及其光锥的卡池
There's pearls. I mean, I guess I'm not expecting a DDD rerun.
跃迁活动也将开启。
Oh my god, what is this blunt rotation?
海色鹰、黑天鹅。
This is the Black Swan getting absolutely railed. Banner banner lineup.
时光之翼也将复刻。
而3月3日起将开启第2期跃迁。
Okay, so
限定5星角色火花。
Yaoguang's the entire phase, that's good. But
敌人眼的获取概率也将会提升。
this is like gonna be the worst day 1 sales ever. She's back! She's back! Grappa!
乱破、花火以及限定5星光锥、金血铭刻的时代、人法帖、缭乱破魔、
Ceredra
游戏城环将会复刻。
4.0 版本也新增了2张欢愉命途的4星光锥，咕咕嘎嘎历险记和今日好手气。
Oh, that's one's a free to play. Okay, I
行迹
see.
材料也有所更新。
They're going too fast.
寻猎命途的行迹材料。
Lightning and Hunt, guys. Lightning and Hunt. I wonder what the next character is.
行迹材料荣荣号典藏版合集系列，在 4.0 版本期间，开拓者还可以使用其他命途材料1:1兑换
That's
一定
good.
数量的荣荣号系列欢愉命途行迹材料哦。
哎，是的，我就准备换了之后用来提升瑶光。
I don't know if I'm gonna pull Ceredra.
4.0版本也会有全新仪器。
I already have her E1, so like her E2 isn't necessarily that good. I already have her SIG too, so
两套全新仪器。这个版
guess
本
I'm saving.
双倍活动，方便开拓者获得更多养成材料。
好，感谢二位老师们。那说回这个2项乐园啊，除了咱们这个立场迥异的角色们，我们是不是也应该少不了跟换造种们打交道呀？
确实是打。
Okay, so let's talk about Sparksy.
先来
I did
看
lag.
难度最高的一位吧，火花大会。它是火花收集。
Oh, this is a new enemy. Okay, let's talk about Sparksy. So the nerf that I was talking about was let's say you use Sparkle's ult when Sparksy has like 10 SP already, like full. So normally what would happen is you have a buff that basically stores 6 SP from her ult, the excess. And if you use a skill point, it will automatically use those SPs that got overflowed. With Sparksy, that's not the case. You have to wait until the attack actually hits before the SP recovery comes back. So it's pretty bad because otherwise it would be so much easier to get 20 stacks of her enhanced basic attack. But that's pretty hard without fixing that part.
会播放变身咒语的全自动魔仙棒等等。
当然了，这其中最有趣的还要当属狸猫记者，它会出没在各种异响。
You can still get 20, but it's a lot more luck based.
试图获取第一手报道，被发现后呢，狸猫会机灵地藏起来，仔细观察身边不同寻常的地方，就能揪出它们，友好的交流一下子啦。
那么感谢二位老师给我们带来这么多。
With Archer it works like with Archer it works perfectly, you know. Archer uses his skill and then any missing SP from the overflow gets, you know, turned into actual skill points. With Sparksy that's not the case, you have to wait for the actual basic attack. Wait, is that it? There's no way that's it, right? Yo, what is this? Oh no. Of course Firefly shows up. You can't. Is this like an allegory for... Oh. Why is Firefly black? You can't just ask questions like that. This is kinda cute. I wouldn't mind this being an actual series. What is this? This is a Ghibli movie? This is a Ghibli movie. March, droopy ears, bunny.
开拓者好，欢迎回到《崩坏星穹铁道4.0》前瞻特别节目的现场，也欢迎2位新朋友。
大家好，我是生态设计梅奇。开拓者好，我是
No Wealth Voice? Oh, I didn't even notice that.
欢迎2位。
Wait, who was that guy? Did that just say gameplay?
现在是在哪儿呢？
准确的说，我们现在是在二次元Jump的平台上。毕竟在欢迎新生
I may be pointing fingers at him.
哦，二次元Jump，我们现在在二次元了吗？
没错，2项乐园曾一度沉入画中世界，被公司打捞出来后，这便是那幅行星级画卷在现实的残余。在2维领域，人和换造种的画风都会变化，也能做到在现实中做不到的事情，比如2段跳，比如超近路在10秒内完成通勤什么的。跨越次元壁，进入2维后，开拓者就能化身开拓妖精，通过 Jump 来探索世界。哎，我们这就有膝盖了。
Isn't this like an actual...
还可以在空中连
Yeah, this is from
以往完全无法想象的地方。
3年了。
I remember this gameplay from Super Mario Odyssey, and it looks exactly like this.
膝盖终于给它装上了，这何尝不是一种
Where, you know, it becomes 2D when you enter some certain pipes. Oh yeah, this is definitely Super Mario Odyssey, yes.
用弓箭射击和关卡里的各种机关啊、物件啊互动。比如说你左边那个其实是一个炸弹按钮。
那我离它远点。
不仅如此，特定关卡内技能还可以升级， 比如弓箭升级后会
This is
变
just
成马
DS
桶
Super
开
Mario.
能砌在墙上当立足点，是不是非常科学？
不，等会儿，马桶揣子，不愧是啊哈的这个游乐场，确实有活啊。不过虽然但是啊，那么多经典的游戏，比如超级洛索尼这些
Bob,
啊，我
okay.
们小时候都玩过了，咱们有啥不一样的吗？
这个问题问得好，我们也并不满足于重温
He
电子游
just
戏
listed
早
all
期
of
的
them.
美好回忆。我们希望借助2D 视角和平台跳跃的操作模式，来重塑大家熟悉的3D 箱庭探索体验。
啊，就是你前面说的那个啊，超近道10秒完成上班通勤是吧？
未来2次元 Jump 还会随版本更新加入更多机制和关卡，开拓妖精也会有新形态、新技能。在2项乐园，永远会有新的乐子在等着大家。
Imagine how funny it would be if Nintendo sued Hoyo.
我们主打的就是轻松有趣、畅快跑跳，甚至是单纯的观景。有了
Nintendo is like the most
快
lawsuit
去去不了的地方，
happy
那里的风景吧。如果不擅长跳
game company out there, so I'm
这
like,
里有一键开拓功能，能直接传送到达目的地。
这个听着好呀。
is Hoyo gonna have a smoke up their ass once Nintendo discovers this? Like, holy shit.
通过跟街头的游戏机进行交互即可体验，说不定你的名字会出现在好友排行榜上哦。
那等一下啊，如果我真的不擅长跳跃怎么办？这个奖励我还能拿吗？
也是会有一些小手段可以降低难度的嘛。你可以通过在地图中寻找陈灵，开启游戏机的金手指模式，来大幅降低难度。
好如果是这样的话，那我就一定要去试一试了。
而除了2次元 Jump， 这个世界还有一项叫做2次元 Rotate 的游戏。在探索过程中，我们会遇到一些失去了色彩的幻造种，它们急需开拓者的帮助。
Okay, this is
好理解，就是上蹦下跳着玩。
Is this fucking worms?
Rotate 的意思是旋转，这又是怎么玩的呢？
在2次元 Rotate 中，我们能够旋转视角，让关卡
Oh.
呈现出不同的形态。
Oh, this is nice. What is this game? I remember this.
染色固化的结构，回收结构上的颜料，就能帮助幻造种恢复它们原本的色彩，收获他们的感谢和奖励。
This is a game that already
转
exists.
动好奇妙啊！相当于关卡有4个面，然后
Yeah, Fez.
都是一个不同的场景。
没错。而当我们体验完一张地图中所有的2次元 Rotate 关卡之后呢，会发现恢复色彩的幻造种们都来到了一处造型别致的微缩景观当中，与微缩景观对话，还能进入由各个小关卡组合而成的小世界里探索。
那难道说我们还有一些
Is there gonna be endgame for stuff like this?
藏在里面？
那我们还是要保持一些
Speed run.
不剧透更多了。
Honkai started with that speed run.
进行体验吧。
好，我还留意到
20%.
刚刚的关卡里啊，好像到处都能捡到一些金币。你看那儿就有一个，它们有什么用呢？
有的，我们能在娱乐广场的商店中用金币兑换一个小奖励、头像之类的。商店里的奖励也会在后续版本中持续更新。玩越
We see the cat spin
赚越
again.
多
啊，还能拿奖励，
Oh,
那我更要
okay.
猛猛探索2次元了。
是的，那在探索2次元之余，开拓者还可以与朋友们来上一局轻松愉快的银河战力岛。
银河战力党，这又是什么？把银河里的名人放在一起，评个战力，从航到拉？
不是，这可是2项乐园，光是战力评分那也太不欢愉了，对吧？银河战力党是一款基于2项乐园民
Wait, why are we fighting Acheron? Oh, are we Acheron?
创作而来的桌面卡牌游戏，在2项乐园非常流行，就连欢愉酒
Is this just card jitsu?
我们可以跟这个世界中的很多角色或者是 NPC 啊进行交互，抓他们一起打牌。
I like her hairstyle.
这不就是那个
You go, Queen.
任务做到一半，别急，
I look like Ellen Joe
看来
ish, you know.
就是这样。
那我看这些卡牌都做得好漂亮啊，到底该怎么
This looks like card jitsu, I'm not gonna lie.
其实规则非常简单，每张卡牌有着各自的技能和属性。每局开始，我们也只需要上场1张卡牌，先揪骰子摇点数，满足特定需求的骰子组合就可以让技能生效。
So we're fighting with the power of math.
对方生命值归零，就算你赢。
感觉这个整体节奏还挺快的，可以随时随地来上一盘速战速决。
在4.0的版本活动上头了战力党中，开拓者就可以和我们的
Wait, what's that? Is that a pet?
轻松快乐的银河战力党玩。
That looks like a pet.
通过这个活动，开拓者可以集齐
Oh, we're fighting against Julian.
版本上线的所有卡牌。
Firefly hologram card?
收集党啊，就喜欢。
Was there an Aglaya hologram? Homogram Aglaya card, wow.
组织者兼多界魁首，我觉得他喜欢这个也是非常正常的。
确实，虽然是出差啊，但看得出来姚老板对这次行程已经乐在其中了，很上头啊。
除了瑶光将军之外，还会有其他的新朋友以及贝勒伯格的一些老朋友会在活动中出场。在这儿也就不多展开了，请大家自己在游戏中体验吧。
好。
It's when you have a hologram of a venture and you call it a homogram.
那除了这个世界丰富的游戏体验之外呢，还有一处特别的杂志社，里面有一群狸猫在苦等开拓者的到来。
这就是我们
Or Black Swan, whichever you prefer.
离离周刊的编辑总部吗？
没错，这群狸猫想拜托开拓者来拯救濒临倒闭的杂志社，成为他们的。
How's Irene doing there? I didn't even notice her.
开拓者再不来，杂志社的公共财产要
My brain probably auto-completed to think it's March 7th.
不是，怎么还整得这么凄惨呀？
我来解释一下，毕竟在一个流量的世界里，媒体竞争很激烈。这家小杂志社呢，原来也写过一些黑稿啊，请过水军什么的，积累了不少仇家。
So it's
出现了不小的问题。
much like the Honkai Star community.
来做社长是要帮他跟仇家打架吗？
不，我们还是和气一点，想办法呢用杂志的销量战胜他们。我建议啊，先从经营门户网站开始。
So we're just gonna be like content creators? Oh my god, I'm gonna be a master at this. You guys are gonna see me become like the best person. You're gonna see me speedrun this shit.
也是绝佳的新闻素材。离离记者们会持续追踪幻月游戏
I'm great at clickbaiting.
赛报，还会对当期热点角色进行专访，在制造热度方面打出一套组合拳。
那这个版本是不是能看到火花跟瑶光的专题报道啊？
没错，这些专题后续的版本呢，也都会持续进行更新。黎黎们在追热点上是非常专业的。
那我就放心了。杂志社复兴指日可待。
除了大型专题，杂志社还可以挖掘2维式的各类本地生活热点，带粉丝种草、店必吃榜等等。 你会看到一份份经你之手引领2项乐园潮流风向标热帖的诞生。
My eyes bug out automatically when I see a cool tall woman.
你可以亲自面试黎黎员工，让他们成为你的贴心。
Please, I need to see her again.
如果你想的话，也可以刁难他们，比如说给狸猫出题，让他们给
I miss Shaban.
或者是
That's all I'm gonna say. I miss Shaban.
逃班的狸猫开展批评教育，
批评逃班员工那还是正义之举嘛不算刁难。我看这儿还有一台电脑，这个是做什么的呀？
打开电脑。
The fact that we still don't have Shaban in the game means I shouldn't hope this character is playable.
有关于换造种的求助啊，或是都市奇谈等等，选择感兴趣的热点。开拓者们可以前往线下参与实际调查了，并且发布1手新闻。
懂了，支线任务跟探索事件的集合入口是吧？
This is like Monsters Inc. We're just going into random doors.
随着黎黎报社的做大做强。
Oh, this is our clocky.
2项乐园最时尚、最潮流、最八卦的新媒体吧。
是时候让黎黎周刊扭亏为盈了。
好。而为了让开拓者尽快熟悉2项乐园，狸猫们也整理了一个2项乐园的必玩宝，跟随指引完成任务进行打卡，还能将更多奖励收入。
Oh, this is
好
what's it
能玩
called?
的东西的确很多，这下可以一次性玩个够了。
慢慢来，不着急。
There's like a million games that have this sort of. Oh, Currency Wars. Yes. Oh yeah, we had leaks of this, right?
货币战争、零和博弈将迎来首次扩充。
太好了，我们需要更多的货币战争，
确实很需要了。
这不就来了？本次扩充中，晋升等级上限提升到了110级。
As always.
开拓者将可以获得更多奖励，最高职级也开放到了 A830可攻。
Wealth Greater 30. Holy fuck. Oh, Dahlia. Why is she a 1-star? Well. Oh my god. Yao Guang was a 1-star. Just like. You know what? I'm not gonna argue with that.
就能在货币战争里体验到火花了。
是可以的。这3位角色呢，会在4.0版更当天。
You know what? That's probably fair.
随着新角色的加入，部分羁绊的效果也会有所更新，会带来更多的体验。比如在瑶光和火花加入后，我们最高可以组成8战绩点。
Skill point bond. Okay. Well, at least I can use Yao Guang because I love skill point in Currency Wars.
会使它拥有一个专属的欢愉技，对局中使用不同等级的金矿砸向敌人，并有可能为队伍带来更多的金矿奖励。
How many bounces?
我现在就想试试这个新队伍了。
仙州羁绊也会因瑶光的加入带来队员上的调整，期待开拓者在游戏中体验了。除了新增的角色之外，本次货币战争还增加了专家顾问的全新机制。加拉赫、青雀、停云会成为4.0版本的专家顾问，他们各自拥有专属的投资环境或投资策略，会为对局提供独特的玩法效果。
是的。 它们初始并不会出现在商店的刷新中，但通过投资环境、投资策略或者专家邀请函招募它们，就能够正常的在商店中购买它们了。
专家返聘。
对的，他们拥有之前所属的羁绊，一样可以升星带装备。
So much bounce, you would think she was overcompensating for something.
总计39个投资环境与投资策略，比如白鹤的轮回布置啊，青雀的摸个鱼吧等等，会带来一些有趣的新体验。部分角色的羁绊
Yaguang being a 1-star is really funny.
和赋能也都有所调整。
I guess there's gonna be like an elation bond someday. Who knows?
公告详细了解。
哎呀，真是辛苦了，辛苦了！一口气说了这么多啊！感谢2位老师带来的情报，我已经迫不及待的。哎，灯怎么回事？灯光老师。
Oh, the security you got here is not bad.
English jump
Took me a
scare.
whole 15 seconds to crack.
Trickier to crack.
Gotta be real with you. Your currency wars
Isn't
that
half bad.
I played the new update.
Actually pretty fun.
But it still wasn't
Satisfying enough.
So I went ahead and removed the damage cap for a single hit. There. Just like that. You're welcome.
I never
Just
hit the
wanted to let
damage
you
cap
know
on
that
this
it's
game.
not a bug. I did that. Don't give the programmers a hard time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Time to say bye.
那个是银狼。
That's Kafka.
好像是他。
Time to say bye.
哎，不过他刚刚是不是说了什么不得了的事情啊？哎，你代码让人黑了，你知道吗？
我刚知道，我现在打电话给安全组。
先别了，先别了，二次元信号也不好，我们还是把前阵。
Congratulations to the 10 people that hit the
在
damage
4.0
cap.
版本，插分宇宙千面英雄也增加了双倍拟合值和洞察模式，帮助开拓者更快速的获取奖励。
是的。 插分宇宙千面英雄即将解体，大家记得
哦
尽快领取奖励哦。
那么，随着开拓之旅即将踏入2项乐园，我们经常使用的日常系统功能也迎来了一波优化。首先是我们每天都会做的委托派遣，从4.0版本开始，可以随时
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
不再有
That makes dailies much better.
和角色限制。
太好了，有时候上线一看还差一点点时间啊，确实很难受。以后啊就方便多了。
是这样的。 除此之外，4.0版本还新增了仪器词
Thank
条
God.
预览功能，所有仪器都将
I'm so tired of +3ing just to see the 4th substat.
真不错，要不要强化变得更加直观，不用再加3堵词条了？
是的，编队系统也会进行优化，开拓者在借朋友的角色支援时会更加的方便。
哦，
车厢内的留声机呢也会新增一些白噪音音乐，玩累了的时候，
Wait, what?
星球列车上静静的发呆休息一下。
没错，系统优化就是以上这些了。 我们也会持续努力，让大家的游玩体验更加舒心。
好嘞，感谢各位老师的介绍啊，我已经
Waveman VA when I VA'd for Herta like
我知道你很急，不如我们
a few months ago.
啊？怎么进啊？
来，看看这是什么？
好诱人的水果呀！
这啥呀？这是？
还能骗你不成啊？
Yeah, kill him! Kill him! You know that clip of Speed saying "Kill that boy." Oh wow, this gameplay is infuriating. Oh my god, this gameplay is absolutely dog shit. What is bro doing? What is bro doing?
Honored to meet me.
Like lines like that.
二次元好玩吗？
哎呀，陈老师，别好玩不好玩的了，我键毛卡住了，快来帮我一来！哎呦，哎呦，哎呦，卡死我了！哎呀，多亏你了，陈老师。
哎，你真是辛苦了。哎，那边有一个老朋友在等我们，要不我们去看看吧？
哎，好，走吧。
嘿，阿成老师，主持人，我等你们好久啦！
哎，
开着，大家好，我是你们老朋友大伟哥。
Oh, he's back.
大伟哥，好久不见。
哎，我刚才过来的
He has
时
a
候
great.
就看到这些东西
He has like the Mr. Stark, Mr. Fantastic hair.
那一定都是好东西。
Hair strand.
开开看看吧。哎，这是第一个。
哦， 首先，2项乐园的开拓之旅
哦
即将启程，大家可以通过乐园之旅
Yes
签到活动
Thank you
领取10连抽。
当然呢，在4.0版本
Another
这
10
里
pulls
也是一如既
Many
往，
pulls
开拓者登录签到即可获取10连抽。
好，好，好，这个我先替开拓者收下了。我开始期待第2个箱子的内容了，我们赶紧来看看吧。
哦，这是一份
What's
特
that？
别的礼物哦。
哦，是什么呢？
哦
4.0版本，软美女新增了一套全新的时装。
Yes, 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 yes. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Let me see. Oh. I mean, it's nice. Wait, she looks like Orchidia from ZZZ. Holy. I can finally own Orchidia, just not in that game.
感觉这
Just
套
this
时装
one.
啊，特别适合软妹女士。
How much is
能
this?
很好
It
地
it
展
better
现
be
她
free.
雅韵的气质啊。
有一种冬末春初冰雪渐融的美。
是的，正如梅花总在岁末年初绽放，我们希望与开拓者一同迎接新气象，开启新一年的篇章。在4.0版本期间，开拓者
Wow, this
小
splash
心
art is
翼翼地
insane.
免费获得这套精美的时装。
Yeah.
太好了，能直接免费获取。
没错。
Wait, it's free?
我觉得这种崭新的衣装啊，
Free outfit for someone you can get from a from the Gold Companion Spirit Shop? Alright, this is worth it. I'm gonna equip
我
that
一直
shit.
惦记着呢，不用你们指。哎
It's free, bro.
第三个
It's
箱子
free.
好重呀，里面好像有很多。
Oh, what is this? Is this a selector?
这不是
是瑶光的集签，来，
瑶光
Is it selector?
吉祥如意啊！
我也来分一点儿，讨个好彩头。
Oh.
哎，喜迎新年，姚老板祝大家福气满满，财运不断，集签常伴。他向开拓者送出了5张载满好运的集签。
so 30
从
pulls.
4.0版本更新后，开拓者
Okay.
每天都可以翻开一张姚老板的集签，里面不仅包含着喜气洋洋的祝福，开拓者还能获得固定的星穹奖励，总共累积1600星穹。
感谢姚老板的红包，
30
大
pulls.
吉大利。
感谢姚老板，福星
Is
高
that
照
it? No
万事
selector?
皆有好彩头。
活动期间还会有极小概率获得超大彩头，额外获取100张星轨。
哇！
姚老板祝愿开拓者一切顺利，万事如意。
That's
顺顺利利。
If somebody wins that 10 times, I'm going to bash their head in with a rock.
开拓穿搭也迎来了一波上新。
首先呢是开拓者的全新时装。
Yo!
哎呦，这个
Wow, I love this color
确实
scheme.
很好的展示我们焕然一新的精气神儿。
This is not gonna look good with a mem hat though.
更要有好彩头。开拓穿搭的头饰也新增了不少选项。
Oh, it's different components, so this is like
花花
ZZZ.
兔和火吼菇。戴上这个头饰的开拓者，现在一共有6只耳朵。
没错，感觉很适合。
So I can combine it together.
周边样。
确实，还有可爱的小浣熊面具，以及2位式特产，
哦
一只造型独特的小蝉铃。哦，对了，还有一个很有趣的头饰。
This is not gonna look good with a mem hat,
面对
bro.
卡夫卡的温柔嘱托，开拓者的思路正在加载之中。
这个虽然人还在啊，但是感觉
Wait,
思绪
what?
已经掉线了好一会儿了。这个我喜欢。
以上开拓穿搭的获得方式，请开拓者关注。
The lamest one is paid. Okay, I guess that's fine
等
then.
一下，我们还漏了一个盒子呢。
Oh, there it is. There it is. The selector, right? Let's see. Let's see.
来，哎呀，这么大的盒子。
That's a huge box.
这里还有一份来自2项乐园的。
Oh my god, bruh. Okay, this is a cooked selection of characters.
警员、卡夫卡、单横隐月、静流。
Okay, I guess they were right, but these are not good choices except for Sparkle.
好耶，免费获得，
记得来领哦。
I made a video about this. Please watch it.
在接下来的旅程中，一起书写更多星辰的故事。我们开拓之旅的前方一定会有更精彩的风景。
没错，还有无数未知的世界在等待着我们。那对我来说呢，虽然这已经不是第一次来到一颗新的星球，但是那种期望着到达一个新世界、认识新朋友、展开新故事的那种雀跃心情啊，还是一如既往的。
Watch that video if you want my opinions.
重新踏上开拓之旅的开拓者呢，也有一系列的更新，能让你的回归之旅
Difficulty reduced. Damn, that's
20年的
crazy.
故事也可以直接通过周末世界
Oh, golden rarity.
版
Oh.
本最新的内容。
顺着过往的足迹，欢迎开拓者重返星穹列车。
同时4.0版本预约活动现已开启，星际和平公司正在寻找2项乐园的欢愉奇台、超欢愉王决定战、火热开赛等你挑战。
立即扫
Okay,
描
I guess
画
this
面上的
is
二
this is
维码
over
前
now.
往预约啊，还有机会获得星穹、食物奖励等奖品。今天我们还给大家带来一则有趣的联动消息，让我们来看一段短片。
Fortnite? Oh my god, it's Fortnite. Where are we dropping, boys? It's Fortnite. Wait, they didn't even show the models.
命运的丝线已
Oh,
经有人
there.
告知，星河猎
That's a
人
cool
即将
splash
展堡
art.
垒职业的战场，在4.0版本内，卡夫卡和刃将突破次元壁垒，作为全新角色外观入驻堡垒职业。
How does it say Fortnite in Chinese?
请留意后续社媒公告，敬请期待吧。那么到这里，崩坏星穹铁道4.0版本前瞻特别节目就要结束了。在节目的最后，我们还有一些关于后续版本时间的信息要带给各位开拓者们。
对的，我们4.0版本确实晚了一些时间与大家见面，感谢这段时间各位的支持与耐心等待。
So
但在星穹列车的全速航行下，4.2周年庆版本将会如期到来，恢复正常的更新节奏。
Oh, okay.
持续时间将随着有些
Oh, okay, it's gonna be shorter.
可以关注官方公告了解
I see.
各位开拓者，我们的星穹列车即将跃迁。
I mean,
下一站2项乐园。
期待各位来
if there's only one character, that's for the best.
收获独属于你的惊喜与欢笑。
各位开拓者
Goodbye.
不见不散。
My popcorn is almost finished. Perfect.
不见不散，记得来玩哦。
记得来玩哦。
Goodbye. Is there anything after? Okay.
Warning.
Oh.
Interastral threat level monitoring shows abnormal fluctuations. Did you find the
Because Jade.
I'm locking on now. It's the Stellaron Hunters.
What? Tell Pearl the situation has changed. Punklord's esteemed wolf is back.
Oh my god, she's back. Bring out the 4-footer. Bring back the football-sized menace. Bring back the gamer girl. It's serious now. Okay, I want to see the models of the new characters first. I missed some of them. She does look a lot like Castrus facially. The hair is a topaz-like, right? Yeah. I mean, she looks pretty good. I can't tell how tall she is, but she's pretty big. So, I assume she's somewhat tall. That was a bad time to pause, sorry. Is there any models here that I didn't check? Oh, there she is. Okay, she looks tall, yeah, she looks tall. Yeah, she looks very tall. Did I miss any more models? Okay, that's Xiao Guang. I've seen her before. Oh! What the fuck? Why? What? Why is he in the bed? I mean, she looks okay. I wish her skirt was longer, though. Like, I wish her skirt was Miyabi length. Down to her knees, but whatever. This is also fine. At least she's wearing boots. And what is bro doing? Bro does not want to be here. Oh, hold on. Okay, there's all I see is the Fumo. And here's Yao Guang. I don't see any new models. You know, at least Yai was wearing stockings. Yao Guang in her natural habitat fighting Elation Chill, as always. That's a... okay. That's Yai, right? Why is she come out like that? Is this a fake Yai? It should be. What the fuck? Okay, this is actually the best detail that we can see her outfit in. He has a choker. He has those long sashes, the long sleeves from the kimono. She has this tie. Looks very... She also has some, the rope thing. I don't know what it's called. And here's a vent. Wait, no, that's Sunday getting fucking pie-faced. That's Ashvale. Why is he getting revived like Dracula? I mean, this just looks like Buto, I'm gonna be honest, but, you know, whatever. Okay, this is a good showcase of her outfit. I really wish her skirt was longer. Like, if it was here as long, that would be peak, I think. But I guess this is fine, too. At least she's wearing stockings. Oh. Let me see Blade. I want to see what Blade looks like here. Oh, this is just normal Blade. Oh, there it is. There's not normal Blade. Is he scamming us by being shirtless? Please turn around. Wapow. Okay, that's it. That's it, right? Yeah, okay. So, I guess we can talk about the banners now. Where is it? Where's the banners? Where are they? Okay, there it is. So, Yaguang lasts for the entire version of 4.0. So you can get her at any time during 4.0. If you didn't already know, Yaguang is a very niche Elation support. And by that I mean her buffs outside Elation are complete garbage. Like, you can grab E1 Ronmei on the store right now, and you can compare the buffs, and Yaguang doesn't even come close. And if she's not beating a 1.6 5-star Harmony, what other chance does she have? With that said, though, she's really strong for Elation, it seems. Just the fact that she can give free AHA instants is a pretty big deal. Now, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal if you look at showcases from less than official sources, but it doesn't seem like a big upgrade when you look at showcases. But the thing is, the enemies are shilling Elation, so it's like a double-edged sword. It's better than it looks, but because the enemies are giving you free AHA instants, that is a mechanic. The bosses just give you free AHA instants for Elation shield enemies. Then her free Elation skill doesn't look that good. You know, because if there's already 4 Elation skills, adding 1 more wouldn't really be that big of a deal. Whereas if there's only 2 Elation skills, Yao Guang adding 2 would be a big deal, right? So, from what it looks right now, she's a very valuable character for Elation, dog shit everywhere else. So, obviously her pull value is going to rely on if you like Elation or not. Here's the thing. Because of how Yao Guang's kit works, it also seems really likely that she'll get shafted. Like, it's not impossible. I would actually say that it's equally as possible as her getting, you know, the tribute treatment. Because the amount of Elation she gives isn't really that high. The free AHA instant is mostly the big juice, you know, the big thing that you should look out for if you're trying to pull Yao Guang. And with the lack of characters that we have right now, we literally only have her and Sparksy. It's hard to determine how valuable that will be. It seems valuable right now, but let's say a main DPS doesn't really care about that gimmick, then you might have screwed yourself over by pulling her. Now, that is very unlikely though still, because at the very least she'll be synergistic, I think. But there is a, you know, I guess I should just point to a very easy example. Sunday. Sunday looked like an obvious fit for the summon meta, but that's not really what happened, wasn't it? The last time we got a niche support was Ceredra. And Anaxa and Finon were clearly her best in slots, and she was pretty useless everywhere else. But surely Ceredra is going to get a future DPS that works with her too. No, that still hasn't happened. So the last time a niche support showed up, she didn't get anything new. And the last time a general support that looked like he was going to be best in slot was good, he didn't. He ended up being a different character. He ended up being useful for like the 2 characters. By the end of 3.x, he was best in slot for only like 2. So just pulling a support isn't exactly like the be-all end-all solution anymore. I do not know how much people are going to regret pulling for Yao Guang, or if they're going to feel satisfied about it, to be honest, because that's not even part of the cards for me. I'm not pulling her like outright. But if you really are not feeling Yao Guang, or you're feeling skeptical about her power level, there's always the option to skip, right? Because more likely than not, if you are banking on a 4.2 character being broken, a 4.2 Elation character just breaking the game, Yao Guang's gonna rerun. So like, you could just wait until then. Like, you could just wait for the archetype to be complete and then pull them on a rerun. Because the last time we got the flagship team, Mono Rem, they did just that. They just reran Hyacinth Castris at the same time, once the premium team was complete. So, you know, there's always a choice to just skip, if you really don't want to. Just wait until the team is complete, and if you like the team, then you should start pulling. So in general, I think my advice for Yao Guang is pull her if you want to bank on Mono Elation, and skip her if you don't care about Elation at all, or if you don't see yourself pulling Elation, because outside of Elation, she's not a very good character. Granted, there are Elation Shield enemies right now, and just the fact that she can counter those enemies where we don't have a free 5-star limited Elation yet, or, you know, just a free 5-star Elation like the Trailblazer yet, means she's going to at least be useful for that. But in the long term, it's not exactly that much value. It's not a good return on investment. If you do want to bank on Mono Elation, but Yao Guang herself isn't a character you see much future value in, there's always the option to wait. You can wait and skip her, and once the full Mono Elation team is complete and you actually really like it, then you should pull her, because more likely than not she's gonna get a rerun. That's what happened with Mono Rem. That's what happened with Break, actually. So, you know, just wait. I'm not sure if you're going to regret pulling Yao Guang now. I mean, again, at the end of the day, it's all just a gamble, right? So, if you pull Yao Guang now, at the very least, you have a counter to the very shilly Elation enemies. So that's at least some value. I wouldn't pull for it myself, but I don't think it's a brick either. Anyway, let's look at the reruns. The reruns are Evernight, High Sealants, and Black Swan. Holy. Okay. So, Evernight at E0 is like the best AoE DPS in the game. With her Sig and with her premium team, she just blows everything out of the water. Actually, if you have Evernight in her best main DPS team, she just outright beats Elation right now. So especially with the nerf, it's not even close. So there is some value to Evernight, but it's very unlikely that she's gonna get any upgrades soon enough. However, the main thing that would make Evernight valuable on a rerun is her Eidolons are completely ridiculous. If you do not have E2 on Evernight yet, every step you take into her vertical investment is a huge upgrade. So, if you're pulling this character at E0, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, especially if you don't have Hyazine and the full full Remembrance team. But if you already have Evernight, E0, S1 with her full team, her Eidolons are completely ridiculous. And if you don't have her Sig, just pull her Sig and it's also ridiculous. So, if you already have Evernight, I don't suggest pulling her unless you just have her good team already. For some reason, you just don't have her. Whereas if you have Evernight, yes, her Eidolons are ridiculous. Just pull them. They should easily survive at least 4.3 or something, or 4.4. I'm just kind of spinning out a random patch number, but Evernight with Eidolon should last a pretty long time because of how strong her Eidolons are. Next, High Sealance. High Sealance is the same deal. She's still valuable, even if Black Swan got a Nova Flare and Black Swan is completely broken too. High Sealance is a really good DOT DPS. And, just like Evernight, her Eidolons are also ridiculous. Her E1 is busted. It just gives like the equivalent of true damage to DOT. Her Sig is pretty okay. You don't need it, but it's pretty okay. And her E2 is also really nice. DOT is one of the lowest cost full star teams in ANOM, I mean. And DOT in general has really busted E1s. Kafka's E1 is great. Black Swan's E1 is ridiculous. High Sealance's E1 is broken. And because these DOT units don't need their Sig, if you have E1 of Kafka with no Sig, E1 of High Sealance with no Sig, E1 of Black Swan with no Sig, I can guarantee you that you can full star ANOM King stage. Because it's not very hard to play. The damage is really high, and it doesn't get countered a lot nowadays. So if you already have High Sealance, pulling her E1 is insane value. Even if she's not making the most damage out of a DOT team, it's a really good support Eidolon. Her E2 is also pretty nice. I don't remember her E4 and E6, so I can only speak about E2 and E1. So yeah, it's still pretty valuable on a rerun banner, I would say. I mean, if you don't have plans on pulling Elation like I do, High Sealance is a pretty attractive option. Then you have Black Swan, the Nova Flared Swan. Black Swan's Eidolons have always been kind of good. In fact, before her Nova Flare, I would say that Black Swan's E1 was required for her to feel good in a DOT team. Because her E1 was that strong. But because of her Nova Flare at E0, she's just completely busted. And because Black Swan at E0 is a busted character, investing E1 into her isn't a bad idea anymore. She's surprisingly really strong, buffing-wise, because she gives 72 damage percent, 20% defense shred consistently, and 20% vulnerability. And if you have her E1, that's 20% res, 25% res bend to the DOT elements like fire, physical, wind, and lightning. Yeah, those four. So she surprisingly is a really good wheelchair with Kafka. Like if we put Kafka and Black Swan together, they're actually pretty strong. Like they can carry Acheron to full star, to not full star King, but to clear Anom King stage. So, I mean, but I wouldn't really recommend her just for wheelchair purposes. At the end of the day, you should pull Black Swan only if you really like DOT, because she's a significant upgrade even if you already have her. Her Eidolons are just really strong. E1, E2, E4, and E6 are all good. Like, there's no losing with her Eidolons, really. Her LC is pretty decent, but Nahili has a lot of options already, so it's not required. Can High Sealance work with only Kafka and Ribby? Yes. Ron May E1 is also pretty decent. E1 high sealance over E1 Swan, yes. E1 high sealance is basically true damage. Or like, you can think of it as an Acheron passive for DOT damage. So, you know, how busted it is. And also just kills her stack uptime. It kills her downtime with her DOT, so that's cool. As for Sparksy, well, apply what I said with Yao Guang, but I think Sparksy is a more valuable character without Yao Guang than vice versa, but still I wouldn't run Sparksy without Yao Guang. Her elation skill hits really hard, so discounting, you know, if you don't have that free elation skill from Yao Guang, it hurts her damage a lot. With that said though, the only real requirement to like feel decent with Sparksy is Sparkle, and she's free from the standard from the selector that they're giving out, so she's pretty cheap actually. Like E0S1 she can work. I wouldn't recommend pulling Sparksy without Yao Guang because she loses a lot without Yao Guang, but you can use like E1 Tribi if you really want to. Like if you really don't care about Yao Guang, you can also do that. I think she's hurt less by the lack of Yao Guang than vice versa again. So if you want to compare her damage to like present DPSs, her main downside is that she doesn't have a complete team. So she's like worse than Mono Rem by like a pretty decent margin. And with like full investment, I don't even think she beats Anox at full investment without the shill. I don't think she beats Archer. Okay. Well, if you missed out on the free Archer, she's going to be your best SP consuming DPS. Let's just leave it at that, right? I forgot about Archer existing. This is so bad. She's hurt by the lack of a full team right now, and presently she's not as good as like Archer and the other top DPSs you can think of, just because her team isn't complete yet, but that should change with more time. You know. Pretty cool. As for the reruns, Ceredra, I'm so sorry, but Ceredra has not been as good as an investment as some hopers might have thought. She, ever since her release, if you didn't have Finon or Anoxo, Ceredra's not a particularly valuable character, and well, she hasn't changed really from that. She's still not a particularly valuable character without Finon or Anoxa. Similar to Yao Guang, in a way. And the problem with that is Yao Guang's gonna get more supports. Yao Guang's gonna get more DPSs, I mean. Ceredra's not. It's very unlikely she'll get a new DPS. So unfortunately, I would not gamble on Ceredra being more valuable. I would not gamble on Ceredra's banner if you don't already have her. With that said, are her Eidolons really good? Well, if you're an Oxa, sure. Her E1 was mostly valued because she really sped up Finon. But Finon's best in slot is Cyrene, and it takes longer to charge Cyrene's ult than for Finon to get his full ultimate up. You know, so of course that's not counting the fact that Cyrene is already in a mono Rem team, you know. If you already have a mono Rem team, putting Cyrene on Finon is kind of a weird choice. But it depends, right? Because you can replace Cyrene with Sparkle now because Sparkle is actually good with Nova Flare, so that's cool. So Ceredra's E1 is a lot more valuable if Cyrene is not on the team. Her E1 is just a generally good stat stick anyway, so you kind of want it for Archer, for Anoxa and Finon, but for Finon specifically, it lost its energy regeneration value. Her E2 is also not that impressive. It's all personal damage stuff after E2, so like, yeah. If you don't have Cerebra, I don't think you should get her. If you do have Finon and Anoxa, she's like a must pull. But outside of those two DPSs, I can't really recommend her. And after E1, her Eidolons aren't really that valuable. So her Sig is okay, but she has alternatives because she's a Harmony, so yeah, overall, some things never change. Ceredra's a valuable unit only if you have Anox and Finon. Otherwise, she's not that impressive. Next is Rappa. Okay, I made a video recently about 5 stars if they were free. And Rappa ranked pretty low for a late 2.x character, and I stand by that. Rappa... Well, if they're not... They might not rerun Rappa for another year, so if you really like Rappa, just pull her. She's probably not gonna appear very soon. But, the main problem with Rappa is that she's like 2 steps away from being a counter unit. She loves frequent breaks, but if the enemies are slow, and if they're delayed too far, she's imaginary by the way, which innately delays enemies, then her damage starts tanking a lot because she can't break. She can't break if the enemy's already broken, and her super break damage pales in comparison to how much she gets from popping breaks with her talent. So you would expect that her Eidolons would fix this matchup issue, but no. Her Eidolons do not fix her matchup issues at all. If the enemies are slow and she delays too much, she just gets thrown off a cliff. And that's... Unfortunately, nothing really fixes that outside of just changing the enemy completely. Even against Ben Academics, Rappa doesn't feel particularly too good unless you just one-shot, which is getting harder day by day. She did get Dahlia, but again, most of her damage comes from talent, not super break damage. So, yeah, no. No. Do not pull Rappa. Do not get baited once again. Unless you just really like her, because I'm pretty sure this unit is not going to rerun for another 2 years, so... Yeah, pull her if you like her, skip. Most likely just skip. You have to really like this character to want to pull her at this point. Next is Sparkle. How about the energy issue? Her E1 doesn't work with... The thing is, right, Rappa's ultimate doesn't mean anything unless she breaks. Unless she has talent charges from breaking enemies. So like, even if she gets more ult charges, there's not enough breaks still. Her Eidolons do not fix that. Because it doesn't matter if Rappa has a 1-turn downtime. She's still doing the same amount of breaks, depending on the enemy. So like, yeah, it doesn't really fix anything, unfortunately. Sparkle got a Nova Flare, and I've been hearing a lot of talk that she's better than Sunday now. I don't know, I haven't confirmed that yet. I have to check calcs. I haven't really checked it out yet much, but Sparkle's numbers are ridiculous with Nova Flare, especially with E2. The problem that Sunday keeps having, and will continue to have in the future, is that his Eidolons are completely useless outside of Jinyu and Anglaya. Like, it's just not good. His E1 is barely that much value in his best Eidolon. Sparkle's Eidolons are actually really good. Her E1 helps with speedrunning, and 40% attack never hurt anyone. Her E2 is ridiculous. That's a lot of defense ignore for a Harmony unit without like any downside whatsoever. Her E4 gives 1 more SP. I don't think I need to say how valuable that is. And her E6, I believe, gives more stats. Is that what it does? I don't remember, but either way, Sparkle looks way too good. Even the sweatiest tryhards I see in this community call her an imbalanced mess. So like, again, I have not checked out her calcs that much, but from the people that I hear this about, they have to be really busted. You know, with the track record of people that I know, anyway, but even if you do get Sparkle for free, her Eidolons are really good still. So, it's not that bad of an idea, and she's pretty important for Sparksy too. So if you're just like an Omega Sparkle fan, getting her Eidolons is not that bad of an idea either. So, I would recommend Sparkle. Well, we get her for free. So, I'm assuming you already have E0. E1 is not really that hot. I mean, I guess, unless you're speedrunning, again. Unless you're speedrunning, her E1 is not that valuable, but it's nice. And her E2 is busted. So let's say you like pull Sparkle from her release, so that's E0. You get her for free, that's E1. Now you can pull for E2. And that's actually a pretty decent amount of value, I would say. Of course, she's not very useful if you don't have the Phinons, the Anoxes, and the Archers. The Archers and Sparksies especially. But she works with so many characters, and she's broken enough to justify it that I would say she's pretty good value. If you're aiming for E2, it's still pretty decent value. If you're just pulling for E1, I wouldn't recommend it unless you know what you're doing. But overall, Sparkle is a good character. And there's plenty types of accounts that I could recommend her. So yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, let's talk about this one. I already made a video about this, so just watch that video if you really care. I guess I could just give a brief summary. Jingyuan is the worst value out of this, by far. His Eidolons are really bad, and his E0 itself is not that good either. So, even if you do like this character, you're better off pulling like a Sparkle Eidolon instead of a Jingyuan Eidolon. So just overall bad value. Kafka's a pretty good value here too. She's one of the best values actually, probably number 1 or number 2 depending on your account. Without Kafka, your DOT team does not exist. So if at this point you have Black Swan or High Sealants, but you still don't have Kafka yet, 100% just pick Kafka up. Even if you already have Kafka, her E1 is pretty good, so you can get that. Her E2 is, I believe it's not that much. Her E2 is an attack buff, okay. Her E1 is really high value. Her E2 is whatever. Her E4 makes her more of a DPS capability. Her E4 actually makes her use Sig instead of tutorial. And yeah, those are pretty good value. Just pick up, again, if you have either Black Swan or High Sealants, I think Kafka should 100% be just your choice. If you already have E1 Kafka, I guess it varies, but whatever. Imbiber to Lune, his E0 is not good, but his E2 does help him with his performance, so unlike Jingyuan, if you do like Imbiber to Lune, you can go up to his E2, and it would make him better. Whereas, you know, with Jingyuan, even if you pull his E2, he's not going to get any better. So, you know, pretty I would still pull a Sparkle Eidolon over it, but, you know, at the very least, it's not a complete brick. To get a Z2 over something else. Jingliu. Jingliu is actually a good character, but she's pretty locked into a specific team archetype that's pretty popular, which is the wheelchair team with Tribi and Hyacine. Jingliu E1 is a really good character, but without Tribi and Hyacine investment, she falls off really badly. So unfortunately, no. I would not pull Jingliu at E0. If you already have Jingliu and you want E1, that's fine. Sparkle is obviously the most value here. If you're not a fan of any of these characters, Sparkle is like 100% should be your choice here. Kafka's only competing with Sparkle if you have DOT team already. Acheron is... At least she's the best... Well, best DPS in quotations, because Acheron's wheelchair includes Black Swan and Silver Wolf with Eidolons, which is like really busted, and it's not Acheron's... It's not Acheron's team at that point, it's her own team. So it's also a less popular wheelchair compared to Jingliu's, so I guess it depends already, but Acheron's Eidolons are pretty much a scam. I would not recommend her at all. But technically she can clear King stages for you, you just need a strong enough wheelchair for it, which I doubt you have. And Aventurine, who is a sustain, which is hard to evaluate, but whatever. Did I go to E4 with Sparkle? No. If you don't have any other choice, but if your choice is E1 Kafka and you actually have a team for E1 Kafka, pick up E1 Kafka. It's more of a damage spike than E4 Sparkle. Someone said that third batches of Nova Flares are out. I highly doubt that, but let me check the leak sub for a bit. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Alright. So, this doesn't really change my evaluation. Firefly is a pretty decent choice, but like... That was before Dahlia. Firefly needed Nova Flares before Dahlia. But after Dahlia, she didn't need it as much, but now... See, the problem that I have with this is... Because the power budget of Break is so skewed towards having Dahlia in the team, if Firefly gets a little bit decent without Dahlia, it's gonna break the game. Because, like, Dahlia was overtuned because the Break DPSs were not overtuned. They were actually pretty bad. But if Firefly actually got buffed enough to where she would be a good character without Dahlia, she's gonna break the game again with Dahlia. That's pretty funny. Zila. Yeah, she needed that. I don't think we need to explain any more about Zila. She's pretty bad. At least it makes Sparkle a bit more valuable, I think. That's pretty cool. Maybe Nova Flare Zila is actually like a Ceridra shill, you know? I'm just coping, but maybe Nova Flare Zila actually likes Ceridra so much. That would be really cool, but I doubt it. And an imaginary male character who was defeated and is now part of Xianzhou. Oh, is this 2 different lines? Okay. An imaginary male character who was defeated now is part of Star Rail. This is Sunday. Sunday Nova Flare. Wow, they know he's washed. Oh no. This is gonna be insane agenda. They know how washed he is. Wow, that's funny as fuck. That's really funny. At least they're releasing Nova Flares very consistently now. I don't have to wait 6 more patches. This is actually consistent. A Xianzhou character. Okay, if that's Sunday, this could either be Imbiber to Lune or Jing Yuan. Or Fu Xuan, actually. There's a lot of Xianzhou characters that would be part of a Nova Flare. I think because they put Sunday here, they might want to put Jing Yuan. The Sparkle versus Sunday wars never end, man. Sparkle gets like 2 patches before Sunday comes back from the grave and then starts poking at her again. It's so funny. And then Cyrene is just sitting in the back with her Chrysos air teams like, what's going on here, guys? Where are you guys fighting? At least Cyrene is free from these agenda wars now. She's just stuck in Mono Rem and Mighty now. Well, maybe Sunday Nova Flare is gonna... Cyrene is peacefully on the Mono Rem trade now. With all of these Nova Flares, I don't know if she's gonna survive the Hyper Carry non-remembrance teams anymore in Chrysos air teams, but whatever. Everything but Topaz, bro. That's funny as fuck. That's so funny. Still no Topaz. That's hilarious. I would love to see if it's Fu Xuan, though. Just because I'm curious what they could do with her. Like, you could convince me this is Jing Yuan or Imbiber to Lune, really. Because of Sunday and Sparkle, respectively. What if it's a Xianzhou character and it was Lingsha? Nah. Ain't no way. I would actually lose my mind if it was Lingsha. Like, there's no way. It could be Fei Xiao. Just pointing that out there. This could be Fei Xiao. Like, nothing is saying it wouldn't. They really like Fei Xiao, I know. So, I mean, they also like Jing Yuan, so... Wait, it could also be Yunli for Sunday. That's true. It could also be... Huo. That's pretty... I mean, it could also be a Xianzhou 4-star. I doubt it, but it's possible. Well, no, that's not possible. I'm sorry for lying. So yeah, that's the live stream, I guess. We got 30 polls. We got these guys. And we have the banners. What else could we talk about here? Wait, let me look at the league sub again, see if something's going on here. Except for these. This is funny. Wait, I'm gonna show this on screen. Sam, Star Eater, there's a Lord Ravager, I think. Blade, Archie Tori? Who's that? Silver Wolf? Vita? What's she doing here? Red-nosed old-timer? This is Stephen Lloyd's friend. Who is Archie Tori? Who is that? That's funny. I can't wait to see who that is. Oh yeah, let's look at Ron May's outfit because Jesus Christ, look at his splash art. Should I go for Evernight and Ceridra? One of them or none of them? Well, you might as well go Mono Ram with that roster. Okay. Here you go. This is an insane splash art. Holy legs. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's for free too. I'm definitely equipping this. She kind of looks like Yao Guang a bit in terms of motif, but whatever. He looks like Orchidia from ZZZ, which I really like. There's this thing too. Hold on a sec. Actually, let's watch the brief. Not watch, read the briefing, I mean. Where is it? A brief on the version 4.0 special program. Actually, this is... Let me just search up Hoyo Lab so we can get through this. Okay. We have this nifty thing. Okay. Yao Guang is a support character capable of triggering additional AHA instance. Yao Guang can make all ally attacks deal elation damage. Additionally, Yao Guang has multiple ways to gain punchline, and her skill can increase the elation of all allies. Sparksy is a damage-dealing character capable of generating massive amounts of punchlines. They know that's her role. Sparksy can boost the entire team's crit damage based on punchline count, and can also deal elation damage by consuming skill points. What is this? I'm gonna save these videos for... Oh, what is this? Yeah, we know these. You know, light cones. Free stuff. 10 pools. And currency wars, yes. Alright. The reruns and the banners, yes. Okay. I'm just waiting for... Seeing if I missed anything. I don't care about Cookie Run Kingdom. I don't know what Ashvale does. How can I say how good he is? You're gonna have to wait for, like, beta or 4.1 before I can give my full opinion on it. How much of a difference is Ron May replacing RMC in a Casto Baby Haya team? Isn't Ron May just worse? Like legit, I think Ron May is just worse than RMZ in that team. So I don't know what you're thinking about, but whatever. I need to run Elation MC. There's no Elation MC yet. So why worry about it? You know? Just get Evernight, yeah. Just get Evernight. You don't need RMC there if you have Evernight. I mean, if you want to play EMC, you're probably pulling Sparksy anyway, and Yao Guang, so like, I assume that's your line of thought. You want to like, make Elation team, so you're gonna pull Yao Guang, right? Or maybe you're skipping her for later. Just skip, I mean, all of my recommendations boil down to just skip. Skip and wait for the reruns when the archetype is actually complete. Because again, quick banner review. Yao Guang is a pretty bad character outside of Elation characters and Elation enemies. Without one, she severely falls off. Even compared to 1.x Ron May, she looks pretty bad. But if there are enemies, she can be serviceable, but that's not a good return on investment. Her E1s are pretty strong, but again, it's only for Elation teams, so it depends. It depends on what you like. And I would also exercise caution in pulling Yao Guang, because Hoyo does have a habit of just rerunning the full team anyway. So if you're not trusting Yao Guang, even if you want to make an Elation team anyway, just because she doesn't look too good, then you can skip and then wait later and see if she does end up being valuable for the eventual full mono Elation team. High Sealants, Evernight, and Black Swan all have good value Eidolons. The main difference is just which one do you value the most in your account? Do you value Remembrance in your account getting better? Pull Evernight. Do you want DOT to get stronger? High Sealants has great vertical investment, and so does Black Swan. Sparksy is a good DPS that looks like she's going to be a sub DPS in the future. But just like Yao Guang, you can skip and just see what happens with her later. She's not overwhelmingly strong. In fact, I would say she loses to Archer without Yao Guang, which isn't saying much, but still. Because of Elation nerfs, without mono Elation, it doesn't seem like she does that much, but she can still clear Anom, so if that's what you're looking for, then get her, whatever. If you really like her, you'll make her work. It's not very difficult to make her work. Siridra didn't change her value. You should only pull her if you have Finon and the Noxa. Her Eidolons are not exceptionally that good anymore, but it's still a bunch of stat sticks at the end of the day. Her E1 is a lot like Sunday, in the sense that if you don't have most of your damage allocated to skill, it's pretty useless. And one part of her E1 is only useful for Finon. And it does seem like Finon is kicking out Cyrene in his teams because Sparkle is actually really good, so that will... Her E1's energy generation does become a pretty decent deal now that Cyrene isn't holding Finon by the throat anymore. Rappa's a pretty situational character. She doesn't... Without good matchup, she feels really bad, and her Eidolons do not fix that, so unless you just really like her, you should just skip. Sparkle is by far the strongest character here, but you get her for free. And if you're starting off at E0 already, her E1 is not that valuable unless you're really good at speedrunning and you know what you're doing. Her E1 is not that good. But her E2 is pretty broken. So if you already have E0 Sparkle and you get one for free, that's E1. You can pull her E2 and she just gets a buttload of stats. She's actually directly competitive with Sunday despite not having the energy niche. Just because her stats are completely overloaded. And she's just much easier to play because of skill point generation. Burst skill point generation, I mean. So overall, it's kind of funny that I recommend Yao Guang and Sparksy less. But it's not because they're bad, you know. It's just because you can just skip them if you're not sure how well their archetype is going to turn out. But if you want to gamble, you can. I mean, you can make them work. It's not difficult to make them work. So if you like them, just go for them. The Phase 1 reruns are absolutely crazy because all of them have good Eidolon value. And these two are pretty niche, but Sparkle's pretty good. At the very least, if you're pulling Sparksy, you get Sparkle for free, so that's 2 team members down. You could just get Yao Guang and not get Sparkle at all. Can Saber use Sparkle? No, not exactly. I think she still prefers Cyrene, which is crazy to say. But Saber's energy issues just the thing with Saber is that she is the best energy scaler. It's just that there's not enough energy. There's not enough strong energy-based units. Like, the strongest is Cyrene and Sunday. Which is fucked up, I know. Like, Saber's best team includes Cyrene now. Just because she ult spams and generates core resonance and free Saber Excalibur at the start is crazy value. Sparkle fits in a sustainless Phynon team. Some are debating that you can actually put Sparkle... You can actually replace Sunday with Sparkle, but I haven't seen the calcs of that yet, so I'm not really sure. Obviously, Archer was always Sparkle's best in slot. And Sparkle should be better for Yun Li. But it's Yun Li. No, it's not really doing much there. I have heard that with E2, Sparkle and Acheron is actually pretty decent, but again, I haven't seen much calcs on Sparkle. I just know she's really good. Probably not good with Mighty because Mighty doesn't consume SP. Yeah, that's pretty much it. She took over a lot of Sunday's teams, not gonna lie. Like, what else is left? Hyper Carry, Jingling, and Blade, I guess, because they don't consume SP that much. Yeah, I guess so. But then again, Hyacinth consumes SP. So, like, that probably isn't that big of an issue either. That's funny. Okay, I guess I can pull up a sheet here. Investment chart, right? Does Castris need Evernight? No. Not exactly, no. Evernight usually ends up being her own DPS. Okay, I have opened the sheet. Let's talk about... what should we talk about, actually? DOT investment chart? This is pretty simple. Kafka, E0. First and foremost, I don't think this is debatable. Black Swan, E0. High Sealance, E0. I think you're pretty much on equal ground here. I don't think we can go wrong with either. I think you still want Black Swan with High Sealance. Like if you only have Black Swan and Kafka, you should still pull High Sealance. But if you prioritize High Sealance over Black Swan, that's not really a bad idea. Like, it doesn't make a difference. Then the next High Sealance E1, then Black Swan Z1, then Kafka Z1. Then you can do whatever with signatures. You know, at that point it gets pretty murky. Like, this is top priority. This should be your, if you want to go any further. And then SIGs. And that's pretty much it. After that, I wouldn't really recommend investing any further. Like, whatever. That's pretty much it, really. Unless you're just running out of tutorial or whatever. Or unless you're running out of pearls to use or Eyes of the Prey. You don't really need their SIGs, but if you already completed this, might as well go for SIGs because that's the only thing left. Pretty simple, right? That should be understandable. Kafka first. You can go either one first, but you should just get both. High Sealance E1 is better, Black Swan Z1 is next, and Kafka Z1 is lowest priority in the Eidolon stuff. I guess, okay. I guess we should specify. Because Kafka's SIG is not that good. Like, I would rather have this, and then maybe Kafka's SIG. Actually, I would also recommend High Sealance as E2 first before Kafka's SIG. Like, yeah. Kafka's SIG is very far down the line. Like, I would, I would put Kafka Z2 here, then probably High Sealance Z4 and stuff, and then Kafka SIG. Kafka SIG is probably like the least valuable. Anyway, that's all. Where's my break sheet? I should just repurpose that. What else do you guys want to see? Elation? I mean, it's hard because there's not enough team members anyway. Yeah, I don't think this is worth it. Like, there's not enough, really. What else can we talk about then? I already made an investment chart for Mono RAM, so that doesn't... Like, with Elation, you basically Yao Guang, Sparksy, that's it. I wouldn't pull Sparkle past E0, so like, she's free, so it doesn't matter. Talk about the Nova players. I already talked about them. In a video, I actually made a video about them. Either way, if you want to invest in DOT, this should be the investment chart you should follow. Top priority. These three are top priorities. Then High Sealands E1 is better than Swans and Kafkas. In that order. And then you can go for SIGs, except for Kafkas, then Eidolons again, so you know, pretty decent, I would say. Let me find my break investment chart again, because it's gonna be useful. Is it untitled spreadsheet? It is. Yeah, okay. It is. Show unhide columns. I missed this chart. Did I add this? Yeah, I should add this. I should make a DOT version of this. Well, I could also just put... How do I modify this, actually? Let's make a DOT investment map. Let's not put any assumptions. Phase 1 banners. This is so... Actually, this is way too much. Because I would put here... Yeah, no, never mind. This is not a good idea. There's too much nuance. I have to think about this really hard. Is it bad now to activate delay traces? Not really. It's always generally just good. Because break is busted at sustainless because of how safe they are with delays, and you're removing that power away from them. Like there's really no reason, except for like Rappa. There's no reason why break characters should let enemies act. Unless you're Rappa again, but... Or you're Bootil without trick shot stacks yet, but that shouldn't be that much of a problem with Fugue. So you should always just activate their delay traces. Anyway. I'm gonna make a poll. And I want you guys to vote. Which one do you want me to make a video of? Add option. Investment map. I'm probably gonna do all of these, not gonna lie. Oh my god, I had such a good topic video, I forgot what it was. No! I should have wrote it down, no! Oh no! If I already made a selector review, I shouldn't add this to the poll. And then what was I gonna talk about? Fuck, I already forgot. I'm having dementia. Banner review, investment map, and then what was it? Elation scaling. Yeah, something about elation scaling. I don't remember what specifically though. Oh right. How elation explanation. Tutorial. There we go. Please vote. Please vote for what video you would like to see. Oh wow, you guys are really gonna make me work for that investment map, huh? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think I could make that video another 24 hours. Why did I even ask anyway? I'm not gonna do the investment. I could make an investment map on Ceredra. All the rerun characters actually. I made it wait, I made this on RAP already. I'll just make a banner review and then include investment map. The thing about High Sealance with Black Swan is that High Sealance's E1 is completely busted for Black Swan. Without E1, you may be able to justify, I don't know, Ron May. But the problem is without High Sealance, Black Swan isn't stacking shit. Like, it's very difficult to stack Arcana without High Sealance. Just giving you 8 DOTs out free, right? You know. Like, High Sealance herself provides like 4 DOTs. And Arcana has no limit anymore. That's a lot of charge. Like, it's not comparable to Ron May whatsoever. And if you put E1 on High Sealance, Black Swan gets even more busted. You might be ignoring all the Nova Flare comments. Okay. Let me say something straight to you. Can you tell me what the Nova Flare does? Can you even tell me definitively who the 4 characters are? No? Okay, so it's not worth talking about. I already made a video about what if every character got a Nova Flare. What do you want me to talk about? Do you want me to talk about how Sunday is washed? Do you want me to talk about how Imbiber Tulane is completely dog shit? What do you want me to talk about? Seela's a bad character. Newsflash. She's been like that for 2 years. What do you want me to talk about? I already did talk about it too, so it's like... Just rewatch the stream, please. Oh wow, Firefly's getting a Nova Flare. Wow. I've already made like so many Nova Flare videos. And we don't know, we're not any closer to knowing what the Nova Flares are, so whatever. Why Sunday is actually cooked. Do you really want me to make a video about that? Do you want me to make a video about why Sunday has fallen off? I mean, it's kind of late already. Like, I think people know now. That wasn't really my... Like, I really don't care about defending Sunday that much, but... Is it really that interesting of a topic? I thought it would be pretty cut. I thought it would be pretty clear cut why he's not that good anymore. Like, I guess the mistake that I always make is I just assume everything that I say is, like, obvious. Like, something that's obvious to me isn't obvious to a lot of people. I guess that's a flaw that I have. Because, like, okay. I mean, I could just open this up, right? Alright. I guess we shouldn't count them at all. Yeah, we shouldn't count supports, actually. I guess so. Yeah. I guess his ult is pretty important. Fine, let's just consider these guys here. Yeah. Dushang? Hell no. Welt. I guess so. Whatever. Let's be nice. Yeah, I guess because of how fast she is, she doesn't really need double turns. Sure. Other archetype. Well, she's a support, so let's put her here. Yanqing? Yeah, sure, why not? Ocha. Yukong. Sure, why not? Let's add him here. And she's a support. Other archetype. Sparkle. Sustain? Sustain. Sure, why not? archetype, sustain. Other archetype. Anya. Sustain. Doctor ratio is... He's a debuff dealer now, so... Let's be nice. Let's be nice to Sunday a bit. Support. Other archetype. Other archetype. Break. Other archetype. Sustain. Well, no, he does kind of want Sparkle more. Yeah. Robin. She's a support. Bootil, break. Firefly, break. Gallagher, sustain. Jade, double arrow. Yunli. I guess we can argue this one more, yeah. Let me pull up these three because they're very special. Xiao Cho, support. March, other archetype. Break, more specifically. Break, other archetype. Break, other archetype. Sunday. I guess I'll put Sunday in the Sunday tier. Herta, other archetype. Aglaya, yes. Cyrene. For sure. Mighty, Cyrene, for sure. Cyrene. Cyrene. Oh, she's a sustain. Let's pull her down here. Ribby. It's getting really close. Okay, let's just assume that... Well, no, Sirens should just... Other archetype. Sparkle. Cyrene. Support. Cyrene. This is Cyrene. Other archetype. Well, she's support. Sparkle. Wait a sec. Let me see if I messed up anything. Oh, I forgot to put Sparkle in the Sparkle tier. Oh yeah. Okay. So, let's make a head count of how many meta DPSs there are that can reliably clear Anom and the 3 endgame modes, even without chilling. 1, 2. I'm being very nice here, by the way. Cyrene. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Other archetype, let's not even count that. As for Sunday, 1, 2, maybe 3. And you can't even, like, measure Jingliu and Blade against these two. I know I said Sparksy's a worse character than Archer, but she's really strong still. So, like, if this is his top shooters, and this is Sparkle's top shooters, what even is the point? Like, the most you could say is fine on, but with Sparkle releasing, he's not even that big of a best in slot upgrade anymore, so like... I don't know. Like, yes, Sunday is the most versatile. The problem is being versatile doesn't matter if you can't clear anyway. Like, Jiao Cho. Jiao Cho is a very versatile character. How many teams can you clear with him? Acheron, that's 1. I guess that's it. like Acheron even barely. Because at this point, Acheron's getting way too unreliable for Anom. So that's barely, and Pure Fiction just got harder. And Jiao Cho is... Like I was already extra nice by adding these three, because I'm pretty sure RMC can be better sometimes, and I think for Yoon Lee, Sparkle is kind of just better, I think, but because Sparkle just gives more stats to Yoon Lee than Sunday gives oversaturated stats to Yoon Lee, whereas with Sparkle she doesn't give as much, so it's, you know, that's the problem, right? The truth is, yes, Sunday is a versatile character, but how many characters does he have as a best in slot can actually clear is a different question altogether. Cyrene has the most. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven of them have Cyrene as a best in slot. Sparkle has 2 very strong characters. Sunday has 3 decent characters, one of which not really that decent, but she can clear if the shield is right. So what exactly, right? Like that's why Sunday's getting like a really bad rap, because Cyrene stole a lot of his, like before Cyrene, this is what it was. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 top meta characters. Well, so it might be not that much, but you know, 4 decent characters and 3 broken ones. After Cyrene, it's like this now. So yeah, that's kind of just the problem with Sunday. That being said, though, Cyrene is losing a lot of her teams. Like after 4.x, High Sealand's hyper carry isn't worth a shit anymore. I think because of Black Swan, Cyrene is just not that good for High Sealands anymore. I don't think it's worth it at all. So she lost High Sealands already. And because of Sparkle's Nova Flare, Finon doesn't actually use Cyrene anymore. He would rather prefer Sparkle. He can still use Sunday, but only for, I think mostly for sustainless. Again, I have to check calcs again if this is like 100% correct, but I think Finon and Sunday is the best now. Just because Sparkle's SP gen really helps with Ceredra spamming her skill with E1, but I guess with Islands it might close the gap. So at some point Cyrene will lose these teams, but I'm not sure if they're gonna lose them to Sunday. Like, I'm not sure if Finon is gonna get lost to Sunday, because I'm hearing so much conflicted results. Like, I think Anox is gonna break out of Cyrene's jar pretty soon. Because he has way too much versatility. But, you know, that's... For now, he's here. Mighty synergy with Cyrene has always been kind of weird, because it deliberately ignores his scaling with Ceredra. It deliberately ignores the fact that he scales off really large single target healing with Hyoscene. And he's using Kribby, which is a generalist, but it's not specific to him. So Mighty has an incomplete team that I can see him escaping. Anaxa, I can see escaping because he's versatile. Finon is already escaping. Aglaya isn't really escaping. Not yet, at least. We need to see like an RMC upgrade for Aglaya to break free. Saber also. Saber can break free at any moment if you just give a secondary energy support that isn't Sunday, and you can put her here again. Anoxagore is better with Sparkle or Sunday. Okay, now that's a hard one, because there is a tech where Sparkle is better than Sunday, but it involves Cyrene, and it's very precise. I wouldn't recommend it, but there is a way that Sparkle can be best in slot for Anoxa, but it includes using Cyrene in a weird way. It includes Sparkle spamming her skill on Cyrene and using DDD. And because of the fact that she's a very good DDD abuser, she can squeeze out a 0 cycle. I wouldn't recommend it because, to be honest, just watching it made my head explode, but Windset Sparkle does have some use cases with Anoxa with Cyrene. But it's for sustainless only, pretty much. You're still not gonna bench Ceridra. Why are we looking at things as if endgame only demands one team? Okay, let's count the teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ah. So there's 8 teams here. One, 2, 3, double erudition. 4, DOT. 5, follow-up attack. 6, Acheron. 7, break. 8, Sunday. Ah. There's 8 teams. Quite surprising. Now it varies though, because I don't think follow-up attack is an easy win at this stage of the game, and double arrow is reliant on Tribi E1, but whatever. I also think weird archetypes have gotten better because Anom just loves shilling weird archetypes. Like, the anti-crit shill is so annoying that I do recommend pulling DOT if you can. Or Super Break if you can. Like, at this point, the crit damage debuff is so obnoxious and the HP keeps rising that I actually think you shouldn't invest in just these 2 crits. You should invest in non-crit too. So if there's one stage that doesn't like crit, you can go for DOT or break. And then the other 2 stages shouldn't be anti-crit, so you can go Cyrene or Sparkle. Or Herta, Tribi, whatever. Or maybe you could have pulled DOT and break at the same time and just use either one. Sunday doesn't fall into the equation, but you can use him. Again, I don't think Sunday is not valuable. He's just less valuable than he used to be. Because at the end of the day, you still do want a body double. Like, you want Sunday just because you can't use Cyrene everywhere. But if you want to use Sunday in Anom, you do want your DPSs to be strong enough to use him instead of Cyrene. Like, I wouldn't I wouldn't pull Sunday for Aglaya unless Aglaya is E1 because you're still not clearing Anom with that. You can clear MOC, but pretty much anybody here can. Again, it's just given all the choices and supports, where does Sunday rank in that? Maybe 4th, maybe 5th, because DOT and Super Break is actually really good. So, you know, 5th out of 8 is not too good, I'd say, but whatever. He does beat follow-up attack at least, and he does beat Acheron, I would say. Like, I think that's easy. Double erudition, it hurts as a bit of a toss-up on the matchup, but, you know. At least he's equal. Stop asking me questions. I've already answered these questions, guys. How would I rank the archetypes right now? Mono Rem is 1, first of all. The Sparkle high SP consumption with Archer and Sparksy, or Sparksy, I mean. I guess that's number 2. Number 3 is the crit airs like Phynon and Anoxa. 4th is DOT. Wait, no. 3rd is Super Break. Well, no, I think, yeah. No, 3rd is DOT. Yeah, the 3rd is DOT. 4th, I think, is a tie between the crit airs and Super Break. Then 5th is, well, Sunday overlaps with 4, I guess, so he's around 4 to 5 for me, I think. And then lower than that would be, no, he ties with Herta in double arrow. It just depends on what the matchup is, I guess. Then, Acheron, I guess, is the next one, and follow-up attack. So he's, I don't know. If you have the other choices, I wouldn't pick him, but I don't think your account is necessarily bricked. I just don't think he's the optimal choice. I think that's pretty fair, right? Let me look at the leak sub. Maybe I missed something. Oh. Holy shit. Wait. The version duration will be adjusted to 4 weeks. Oh, they took away 2 weeks. That makes sense. There's only one new limited 5-star. And 2 reruns. First and second phase is crazy, by the way. Because that's not enough time, is it? Is the second phase gonna last like 1 week? That's fucked up. Because if the first phase lasts for 2 weeks, that's way too short, is it not? I'm pretty sure 3 weeks is the standard, isn't it? Whatever. Oh, okay. So they adjusted the battle pass stuff. That makes sense. So we're only gonna get one character for 4.1. So it's a lightning hunt character. We already know that. Because they gave out lightning and hunt mats. So we're not gonna go... It's not gonna be elation all the time. We are gonna get a hunt unit. Now, is that hunt unit gonna be cooked because of elation existing? We don't know. But hunt kits are weird. I guess that's the best way to say it. Hunt kits are very fun, let's say. Because the last hunt kit was Archer, and wow, they cooked with that design. So this is going to be like the coolest kit ever, but the numbers are gonna be in the question because Hunt has a pretty notorious reputation of having really high min-maxing, but the numbers aren't as high, so maybe we'll see, I guess. I'm pretty excited because Hunt kits do not miss in terms of game design, just the numbers are a bit weird most of the time, but you know, that's okay. Like, hunt units in this game give me a reason to still have hope in the game design of characters. Like, really, hunt kits are the best at adding more complexity to the game with their playstyles and stuff. So, hopefully, it doesn't disappoint. To be fair, Topaz was an interesting kid. Her numbers are just dog shit. Because maximizing Nummy used to be a fun thing, but maximizing Nummy doesn't have a lot of rewards now, so it's just kind of bad. Tomorrow is drip marketing. I just realized. They announced it. I guess we're streaming drip marketing, right, guys? Anyway, I think that's all for this stream. I need to record a video, guys. I still need to make a video. This is only part 1. You guys will get the video tomorrow at the usual times. Unfortunately for members, that's gonna be a little delayed, but I will make the banner review first. Let's end this poll. Actually, I'm kind of ashamed of this poll. I'm going to be making a banner review first, then an investment map, and then elation tutorial. Wait, no, what's the title of that? Elation for Dummies. Yeah. I made Break for Dummies. I'm going to make Elation for Dummies soon. Okay. So that's it. I will see you guys less than 24 hours from now, because in one day I should have a new video up. Bye bye!